Yeah. All right. Okay. Uh, hold up. Is that coming out of this? There it is. Nice. Nice. Turn on subscribers only mode. Wait. No, no, no. We're good. We're good. We're cool. I think. Chat, are we live? We did this a little bit differently because I want to be able to share more screens at once today. The beat's popping. It's a little bit dark. Let me make it a little brighter. I want to turn that other light on. It's kind of hot. Let's go like that. Let's do that. We should be cool. Day one, round one. Hey, look, we got a little time. We got like 30 minutes until we officially start here. So I think this is a good time to do a little first round mock draft. All right, that's what we're going to do. There's also something else I want to check out tonight that I haven't done, not live or really at any time. I think this would be a good time to do it during the draft, especially for day 3. So we're going to do that roster. But let's do a mock, man. Let's predict the first round before the first round starts. That's what I'm thinking. We'll use PFF because we're gonna pick for every team. We kind of did this earlier today, but we're gonna do a legit one. We're gonna see how many of these we can get right. We might do trades. I don't know if we're gonna do trades. If there's a lot of trades tonight, this is gonna be a mess. I don't know if we're gonna do trades. Let's just get players with teams. Let's do that. Beats popping though, man. I'm ready to roll. Okay, window capture. Okay. Yeah, we ready to roll. All right, we ready to roll, man. Let's do this. We got, like I said, 30 minutes. I don't know if y'all saw this, though. I don't know if y'all saw this. Daniel Jeremiah, I saw it on the bottom of the screen. He did his mock draft. He had Trey Dan Stukes in the first round. I'm not crazy. He had him in the first round. Come on now. I'll tell you what. The one guy that's the most intriguing to me is Price. That is the most intriguing to me is Price, the other Notre Dame running back, going potentially tonight. Going to us. That's the one guy, Jadarian Price. That's the one guy I'm keeping my eye on, okay? That's the one I'm just not sure on, all right? Hopefully he doesn't go tonight because I want to put him in my running back rankings. But it seems like if someone's going to go, he's going to go tonight out of the running back room. That's not Love. So we'll see if that happens. What up, Michael? Monroe Freeling at 17. If he gets there. That's the challenge right now. That's the challenge right now. I don't know if he's going to get there. I don't think he's going to get there. And I saw the Ruben Bain, there's the Trumer to trade up top 8. So I was talking to Michael Banks before this, and I'll send him a link. He's at the draft party. And my thought is, if Bain does start to fall, I think they would try to go get him. Now, top 8, I don't know what the history is on that, but from 17 to 8, I mean, that's a haul, dude. I mean, it'd be more than your future. It'd probably be, I would think it'd be like 50 this year, your future second, and then maybe you get a pick back this year, like a swap second for maybe a third or something, and then you give up next year's second too, and that might be the lighter side. Like, it'd be a haul to go get that high. But I do think if he, like, actually fell beyond number 8 and it was, like, a legitimate fall down the board, and this draft could be different. I could see a world in which this draft is different than other drafts just because there's not a ton of, like, obvious standout players, so very quickly it could become a little bit less valuable to trade up, you know, because everybody's looking to go back and it may not cost as much. But I do think if there's a legitimate fall for Ruben Bain, I think they trade up for him. I think they would. You know, I think they would. And I think that would be a bold move in Brad Holmes, just from the fact that he'd be willing to take a guy that doesn't hit all the measurables just because he loves the player. And I think he falls into that category. That'd be my guess. I think they will absolutely have their eyes on that potentially happening if it does happen, because it does seem reasonable that it could happen. All right, let's start this draft. I know Mendoza's going 1. All right, so we're there. We're easy money so far. Did that update? Yeah, it updated. My thing's just latency. That's what it is. Okay, we know that's happening. Number 2, I'll tell you what. Everything that I've heard up to this point is that this is going to be David Bailey. I think it makes some sense. I could also see thinking that he is worthy of the 2 picks, so I'm going to take David Bailey. I think he goes to the Jets. And now here's where the interestingness starts, is what do the Cardinals do? I want to say Arbel Reese. Obviously, they did the Isaiah Simmons thing. Or I guess they were part of it. They didn't do the Isaiah Simmons thing. They didn't draft Isaiah Simmons. That was the Giants. But they had Isaiah Simmons at one point. They drafted Zaven Collins, and I don't think that worked, which was a little bit of a different build. Different type, I guess. There's also buzz. This could be the back here. We got to get in front of Tampa Bay if we want Bane. Well, where Tampa Bay's 11? Where's Tampa Bay at? Oh, 15. Okay. Rumor is we've called the Saints. Oof. Dude, yeah. I mean, hold up. What did the Saints have? Oh, the Saints got like no draft picks, so you'd probably have to give up 50. I wonder if you could if I can't do it here. If you gave up 50 and you got 73 back and you gave up next year's second for 17 and 8. I wonder if that could be enough. And honestly, if that was enough, that wouldn't be a terrible trade. I don't think that'd be a bad trade. Going back 23 spots wouldn't be great, but you could make that work. You could make that work. Hey, go get my boy Tiernan. You know what I mean? You could make that work, I think. Now, giving up the future second's not ideal. I think that's probably what it would have to cost. I think. All right, we might have to dig into this one a little bit. Cardinals, they could go back. They don't really have a back, and last year was really messy for them at running back. What is our most important need? Wide receiver, quarterback? No, most important need is tackle for me. Now, that doesn't mean that it has to be the top pick. It just means that I don't know what we have at tackle. So, to me, I think that has to be the most important need. Because if tackle's not right this year, we have a problem. You know, hey, maybe Borum is that dude. But regardless of who is that guy, if that's not right, we have a problem. And at guard, somebody has to, either we got to draft somebody or someone has to take over that position. Because we got a lot of bodies. But nobody has proven that they are that guy yet. So somebody has to. But that's the most important need. To me, hands down. It's not even close. It's those 2 spots. The NFL Draft is free on Tubi. Shout out to Tubi. I'm surprised it's on Tubi. That's kind of interesting. All right, so I'm gonna say in the mock draft, they took Ruben Bain. I'm gonna say Reese goes. I don't think he's gonna fall. I'm going to take Reese at 3. Then, of course, the Titans will go Love. We'll keep it simple here. Giants at 5. So they just added another pick. What the heck? I thought that was glitching. That was the beat. What are the Carson Beck lands on first in the first odds? Are you on board for that ride? Nah, I wouldn't bet on that. You know why I wouldn't? Because I'm not confident Ty Simpson goes. And if Ty Simpson can't go round 1, I don't think there's any world in which Carson Beck goes before Ty Simpson. I don't think that's even possible. So, because I'm not sure that Ty Simpson goes round 1, I wouldn't bet on that. That's the problem. I think Ty Simpson should go round 1. The first mock I did, I gave him to the Rams. Actually, you know what's interesting? I should go check out that first mock we did and just see what it looks like versus. We might have to do that as the picks start going. All right. So, Giants. I don't know if we go receiver here. We got pick 10. I don't know if we do that. I think we go defense. Probably not go DN. You could consider tackle with injuries. But Sonny Styles is kind of a easy fit. We'll do that. Ty Simpson goes to Arizona. This whole thing blows up. Dude, he should. I mean, are you talking about at 3 or are you talking about like 20? What do they have, 33 or 34? Like early second? If he goes at 3, yeah, this is going to be crazy. I think he should go round 1, though. Trade up for Anzalone. All right, we're on to the Browns. Browns are a goofy team, man. I don't know what the Browns would do here. Browns need everything. Browns do need a receiver, though. I kind of still like the idea of taking Tate. Go get a receiver. They need one. Okay, Washington. To me, this is just easy. Caleb Downs. Like, they need defensive back help. Downs is money. He's going to be great right away. Him and Mikey Sainristil, I love that. Okay, this would be the spot for a tackle to go. Or not a tackle, a defensive end to go. I know I said tackle, defensive end. They've taken a lot of swings here. They don't normally hit, it feels like. This would be a good spot for them to do it. The style is the only question. I think Bain has to go. Probably don't take tackle. So in this mock, Bain did fall to 8, and he could fall further. We probably don't take tackle. Coach Skip is going to tune Manu. I'd be shocked. Bet OC McDaniel wants Carson Beck. They even look related. They look related? I mean, is that a little disrespectful? I mean, I see where you're coming from. That feels a little crazy. Do we really need a tight end? Do we need a tight end? No. Do I think we'll take a tight end at some point? Yes. I don't think we need one. Because especially with the idea that Brock and Sam could be ready for the beginning of the season, no. When you have Conklin, no. All right. Pick 9. I like tackle here for the Chiefs. I like kind of figuring that out. They have no corners either. Let's go Delane. I like tackle there, though. Let's go Delane. Because then that allows the Giants, who just got Styles, to then... Hey, look at this. The tackles are falling at this point. This mock, tackles are falling. They could take Maui Noah here. I think you got to put a receiver with him. I'm just not sure what Tate is gone, who that is. Who is that guy? I don't know. I think it has to be Tyson. Let's put Tyson there. Let's do that. Okay. Dolphins at 11. We had Fano earlier. I think that makes sense. Do they change it up now? They could. Honestly, they could take anything. There's no... I'm going to say Francis goes here. Sam can be ready for the start of the season, but what if he's not? Not that we need tight end, but 2 tight ends could be fun. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, it'd be Conklin and Brock, hopefully, right? Then I don't know who's beyond that. I mean, we have Zach Horton. You know what I mean? We got Zach Horton. So, okay. The only problem is like you get to that part where it's like, okay, so yeah, draft a tight end then. But like if you take a tight end at a certain point, are you really getting a guy that's upgrading over what you have? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to find a better receiving tight end than Tyler Conklin in the 5th round? Probably not. Unfortunately. I mean, maybe he'll give you that, but is he also going to block? Nah. I think that's a tricky situation with it. But I'm on board with it. I think tight end's pretty good this year, so I'd look at it. Okay. Dallas at a 12. I think for Dallas. What do we like for Dallas here? Dallas would go out the wall, I think, a little bit. Go a little crazy with this pick. I don't think they're going to go O-line. I'm going to give him McCoy. I like McCoy. I'm going to give him McCoy. I like that. All right. Let's go Jermon McCoy. I like that fit for him. We'll just have to see if he's healthy or not. Okay, 13, we got the Rams. I mean, I kind of like taking Ty Simpson here. They also said on this thing that they reached out to the Rams, and they were like, yeah, we think you'll be a first-round pick. So, I don't know. Maybe that is the Rams. Maybe the Rams will do it. Rams need a tackle, though. Mekhi Lemon would be an interesting fit for these guys. You know what I kind of like here? I kind of like Freeling. Kind of like that fit. Give me Freeling to the Rams. I kind of like that. You a big citrus guy? I am a big citrus guy. Or who better to fill in the reader? No, I'm a big citrus guy for sure. I just don't think we're in a spot to take him right now, unless we take him at 50, which I wouldn't have a problem with. Probably, I'd probably be cool with taking him at 50. I'm a fan. I like him a lot. All right, Ravens. Ooh, what do we like for the Ravens here? See, they could go Lemon. That actually feels great for them. I'm gonna go Lemon for the Ravens. I'm not as high on Lemon, but I like that. Do you think Stafford will retire? No, not this year. Not this year. I mean, eventually, but not. I don't think this year. This might be his last year. Okay, now we're to the Bucks, and why do they need a guard? Do they only have one? Because I mean they got Cody Mao on one side. I thought their O-line was in pretty good shape here. I don't really have an edge that lines up unless they think there's a dude here for him. The style that they would go for too. I mean they've had all kinds, but I think a Keldrick Falk fits them. I just don't think he's worthy of this pick. But with this board, they go Sadiq and grab another weapon. I wouldn't take him here. I'm gonna go Falk. Goes 15. That puts the Jets on the clock. Let's see what we're talking about with the Jets. Guys, we got about 20 minutes, I think, until this kicks off. How surprised would you be if the Lions take Big Mac instead? If they take Big Mac? Who's Big Mac? In first instead of OT? I don't know who Big Mac is. You gotta light me. I don't know who Big Mac is. Uh Jets. All right, so the Jets already took David Bailey. Now they're back on the clock. They definitely could use a weapon here, but that just went. So that's not going to make sense. Sadiq, maybe not with Taylor in the mix. Could they go Ty Simpson? I mean, it'd be worth thinking about here. Because I don't know, unless you went offensive line again, which I think they're pretty good on the O-line. They definitely could use a safety, though. They could use a safety. They're a little bit young there. Seems like something Glenn might do would be taking a safety here. I'm going to give him Ty Simpson. Which I'm going to do. And this would be our board. Okay. Do we need a offense? Definitely lots of defense needed. Oh, they call him Big Mac? So how surprised would I be? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Not after last year. I mean, they took Tyleek last year, and I wouldn't be shocked if they took Donald. I could not. I wouldn't be. I just think it's just so clumped here. So no, I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't know they called him Big Mac in the streets. I didn't know that. Okay. I mean, shoot, we could take him here. I don't think they will. But when you have McNeil coming off of not a good season, not to his standards, definitely not a good season. You got a rookie, you could think about it. I'd like to get someone I think with a little more flexibility, where I think he could play a little more D end. Need offense, a lot of defense needed. I mean, we need line. We need O-line. Like need-wise, yes. Outside of that, I don't think there's needs on the offense. I mean, some would say running back. I wouldn't. Wide receiver, you could. Tight end, you could. Running back, yeah, like I say, you could. Quarterback, we could use a developmental guy. I think at this spot, Thieneman would be interesting. I think it's interesting on this board. I don't think they're going to go Vanga, just because I haven't heard anything. There's been no buzz to that being the pick, so I don't think that's going to be the pick here. I Fano is sticking out, but like we said this morning, I don't know if he fits their style. He's my tackle one, but I don't know if he fits them, that they would take him here. I mean, they would be trying to get out, I think, at this spot. This is tough, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know what they would do if it looks like this. I don't know. There's a strong part of me that thinks they'd go with Thieneman here. Can't remember how old he is. I don't know. You know what, man? Like, I keep taking Ihanator. So I feel like I should stick with that. Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what they would do here. Rumor has Manny taking safety. Oh, Minnesota. Do take him because he's good and stick it to Minnesota. I wouldn't take him for that reason, but I hear what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I mean, I know what I would do here, but I just don't know what they would do. I think it can only come down to those few guys. Mesidor might be in their consideration, but if I'm looking edge, I'd be thinking R. Mason Thomas here. Okay. I don't know, brother. I'm gonna say they take Thieneman. Because you know why? Just because. Right? It's right before the draft. They're gonna do something nuts. That'll be my prediction. That'll be my bold prediction. The board goes like this. We're gonna have to take Thieneman. That moves us on to Minnesota, who is good at tackle. They could go weapon here to replace Hawk. That sounds like something they might do. Let's do that. Let's take Sadiq. Um, Now I think edge is less of a need than tackle. I think that it is, but I think you could take either of them first if you wanted to. Okay, Carolina. Carolina need interior line help. I mean, they lost their center, but I don't know about guard. And I'm trying to guess here. So this is don't know. Well, Cooper Jr. would be worthy. Would they go? Would they go receiver again? Let's go Cooper Jr. He's worthy of a first round pick. Let's do that. 20. We got Dallas. Dallas has 2 of these. They took McCoy. Yikes, dude. This is tricky. This is tricky. I mean, they're not going to take 2 corners. I see linebacker here. I think they go linebacker. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to be an unexpected linebacker. With what they have lengthwise, I don't think Golday can go. I'm going to give him Rodriguez. I miss Zedarius too. That dude was a dog. All right. Pittsburgh. That's easy. That's easy. Okay. I say this is where we get your boy off the board there. Uncle McDonald here. And then this would be a good spot just to do this. This is lined up pretty good. I think we got like 15 minutes before they start. And then the clock will just start. Then you got 10 minutes on top of that. But okay. 24. What do we do for this last one? Yeah. Tate. Can't do that. This would have been a spot to trade up. They were looking at it like this. This would be a good spot for them to move up. Let me get that beats going again. All right. Cleveland could use anything. I like this. We'll go there. Someone opposite of Garrett. We'll do that. Oh, they also may trade away Garrett. There seems to be some buzz around that. So we'll do that. Give us an option. Okay. Chicago. Oof. Chicago would take this style of a safety for sure. I like that a lot, especially with what Brisker's been going through. Who can replace him? Like I say, man, it's whatever you think with what we have. That's the problem, right? Like if you're talking about the draft, there's guys. It's not a great running back group, but that's why I'm interested on price. Do we get a second running back first round? But I like what we got. I mean, that's why we signed Pacheco. You sign Pacheco, you have Vaki. So they should have the replacement here. And then if someone just is there, then you can take him. But you shouldn't be looking at it like we need one. Because otherwise, why'd you sign the other guy? You just threw away $1 million. That's $1 million, $1.5 million. Okay. We're about done. We're at 26. See, they've been talking receiver here. I know they go Casey Concepcion. I get that. I think Boston's better, so give me Boston. We'll go to San Fran, saying they need linemen. San Fran couldn't make it work with Proctor, but they could do it with Blake Miller. That's facts. They could do that. I like this a lot too. Give me Proctor right here. Okay, Chiefs. Who did I give the Chiefs already? Delane. Okay, Delane. Okay. I know DB. They went rusher. I think they would go R. Mason Thomas. So we'll throw that in there. His first name is not R, by the way. I found that out. It's not R. He has an actual first name. Proctor learning from Williams. Yeah, see, this is... Yeah, you might be right. I like the scheme fits here, though. Because, San Fran does so much wide stuff. Miller moves better than Proctor. Proctor's going to push people around. I think that fits with what Houston does. They're much more downhill. So I think those two work better. Miami. Like I said, Miami needs everything. We gave him a tackle earlier, which could be their guard. They could use the receiver here. But I don't know if they'll do it. I mean, Green Bay only did it once, so I don't know that they would do it again. Kind of like the DB route. That's interesting. And, I mean, I'm going to go Terrell. I like that. Let's go to the Patriots. I need a tackle. Who are they replacing at tackle? I mean, they have Will Campbell. Is it the opposite side? I'll go Lomu. We'll put him at right tackle. And then Seattle will wrap it up. See, this is where people think Price might go, so they can get their running back here, which I don't think that's a bad idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. 2 running backs. Now, this is true, too. That's true, too. We'll shoot less than that guy, but okay, here's our prediction for tonight. This is all over the place. This is all over the place. This is what we're going to refer to right here. I had 3 start Ohio State guys. 4 of 5. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of nuts. Okay. We'll see. It seems like it could be something like this. I mean, there's no trades in here, but these players could end up with these teams. All right. What we'll do is when we get a pick that I have the document for, we'll pull it up and we'll put it on the side. So that's why we're doing like this, so we can throw multiple things. And then the bottom should update picks as we go. All right. Yeah. Spencer, what's up, Spencer? Okay. Yeah, only one today, one tomorrow, right now. So we'll see. That might change. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about New Orleans again. I think so, Bill. I think Mendoza's going 1, man. I think he should. I mean, you kind of have to. I don't think you have a choice. Plus, this year doesn't have a number 2 player, I think. So that's like, if there was like a dog, maybe, but there's not, which makes it just take the quarterback. The first surprise, like the Penix one, yeah, that was wild. Yeah, I don't know. Probably Cleveland. Cleveland would do some goofy stuff. All right. Hey, don't send me that, bro. Austin, are you watching this? That's crazy. That's crazy. Why don't you just put that in the chat, man? I got a hot. Well, he said Proctor's the next Alex Leatherwood. Like that feels like you could have just chatted that. I don't know. I don't know why that was necessary, but I see you. Okay. All right. Hey, Leatherwool wasn't supposed to go round one though. That was just the Raiders being the Raiders. They would have got him. I don't know. I don't have as much dislike for Proctor. I like Proctor. I think Proctor's good, man. I think he's good. He's got to get the right team for him. You know, you got to get the right team. The guy's going round one. I think the Leather when he went round one, it was a little bit shocking. Carlo, yeah, I don't know, man. Honestly, dude, like I said, it doesn't even have to be one of those three tonight. You know, it doesn't have to. Z Notch, what's up, man? Okay, we're about to get rolling. Let me get my stuff ready here. The only thing with the inconsistent thing is I think all the tackles have been inconsistent. I don't think there is a tackle that's just a dog. To me, maybe outside of Fano, but he's just small. Like, Freeling was inconsistent. Freeling's also young, but I don't know. Like that's the issue that I have. And Proctor does bring something different than everybody else. Proctor is a better people mover than most of these other dudes. He is more powerful than most of these other guys. So I think there's a spot for him. I don't think he has to be a guard. I do prefer typically the guys that I think move better. If I was drafting a tackle, that's where I'd go. You know, like I'd go like the Lomu route where I'm like, oh, he moves pretty good. Let me get that guy. I would think. Um, all right, here we go. So this is I'm gonna throw these up here. Now this is good stuff. This is good stuff. So this was a long time ago. This is what I wrote for Mendoza, and this works because he's gonna go one. So we'll throw that up. Let me move myself. Here we go. I gotta mute that. Let's go like this. Boom. Okay. Is there a way to full screen? Kinda. Okay. So this is what I had for, and it's not the full thing, but this is what we got for who's gonna go one Simpson here. I'll pull up some Proctor stuff as we go on a little bit. What I had for Proctor. Um, I don't know, like, and Proctor did some of the stuff that like Vanga did that gave him some buzz, like catching passes, things like that. I mean, they can hand that big dude the football, but yeah, like this, and you can just see by the numbers, like it wouldn't be the highest for any player. So like that's why you wouldn't take him, but he's a quarterback, so it's just he's gonna have to go one here. Um, this is the only one that I have below average. Awkward throw. Everything else is average or above. 5 would be average based on these. 6 would be good. 7 would be great. See, pretty much just good across the board. What time does it start? Starts at 8. So they're doing a little hype thing right now. I mean, the draft opens at 8, so the first pick will probably be 8:15. What's up, Silent Service? All right. No. No, I wouldn't. Looks awful. Look at the guy in the orange shirt. He's not having fun. It's probably hard to get out of there. He just there. What's up, Ben? No, we got a good amount of picks. I mean, they're just not today and tomorrow. We got a good amount. I think we have 8, 17, 50, 118, 128, 157, 183, 205, 213, 222, 222. I think so. That's a 9 picks, and we have both. We have our own picks next year, so we could give one away, which is great. Oh shoot, that was just music the whole time. Ah, great. Shot to Bill 99. Appreciate you, Bill. 9. Okay, so that was good math. That was pretty good. Here we go. Mm. What do I think? Honestly, dude, I think both are possible. I think if I had to guess, it's more likely they trade up than trade back because I don't think they're going to be able to get back. I think it's most likely they don't move, but if they had to do one or two, they'll go up. I think. I don't think there will be interest to get to 17. I think it's a weird spot. It's like, what am I going up for, dude? I'm not going up with you, you know. So I don't think it's going to happen. I think if they may move back, maybe it could be like tomorrow, or to be moving back because you traded up just by moving other picks. The edge out of Ohio State, Reese or Curry. Yeah, I think there's going to be some movement for sure, but I think it's got to be higher. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know, maybe somebody's got their eye on someone that gets there to 17. I just don't think it'll be there for us. All right. We get a 3 by trading our 1 and then moving out of 2 to 3. That would make sense. You could do that. He said no glaze. I see you, Spencer. All right. Here we go. Let's get it rolling. Come on, man. Start the draft, dude. I don't know, Spencer. Let's just do this. Bang. There you go. There you go. Boo. Oh no. They gotta put him on the mic. Ah, let him talk. Let him say something. let, let him say something. Nice. Mm, we're ready. Dang, that looks crazy. Oh my god. That's nuts, dude. Oh my goodness. You should bring like a stool with you. You know? Like if you go, just bring something to stand on. And then bring a stool with you and just stand on it. It'd make everybody else mad, but oh yeah, yeah, they do have that block. Yeah. Maybe in the old days you could have gotten away with a little stool. Oh yeah, I forgot it's 8 minutes. Okay, we're moving actually. All right. Yeah, we're gonna grade these, man, as we go through. So we know this is gonna be Mendoza. Leadership, I just put plus. I don't know why I did that, but that's good. That's got to be a good thing. Strong arm, good release. Wear in the pocket. Matt Ryan. What a guy. Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was not the first pick. He's like, you didn't like Matt Ryan? What do you mean, really? Wasn't that Matty Ice for a minute? That play, though, where Mendoza did take off and broke that tackle and then scored the touchdown was kind of tough. The playoffs, that was tough. That was big time right there. No, this like I said, this makes sense. If there was somewhere else you could have went, maybe talked about it. There's nowhere else to even go, man. I don't know who you would take at number one. I don't know who's going to. So, all right, come on, man. That's why the clutch performance is where it is. They were clutch though, you know. They did. The Penn State game was goofy because they were losing to Penn State, who was terrible this year. That was a pretty wild finish. See, they got to play music over these. Some good receivers too there. Yeah, this one. This catch was nasty though. Cooper's catch was crazy. What do you think about maybe getting Downs? Uh, I would love Downs. I would love Downs. Yeah. And the problem with that is you would have to trade up to get him. And how much are you trading to get Downs? I love Downs, but I wouldn't like. Oh, here's the future first. Like I wouldn't do that. Not for him. No. Yeah, I like him. He's just not that. He's absolutely gonna hit, but he's not that. That's the problem. A safety? Unless you're using like Branch, he's involved a lot because he plays the run. He's involved a ton. I would say Branch is involved more than cornerbacks probably. Saturday is our day to shine. Yeah, we have all our draft picks. Oh, well they gotta wait. They gotta wait the 8 minutes here. I know, but they have to wait the 8 minutes. They're not gonna do it beforehand. Yeah, I'll pull up my thing for him real quick because I Downs. Downs is only a 3-year junior, which those guys tend to go really high. If they're not 4-year players, they're gonna go really high. Put it right there. I mean you could see it. I have a 6'5". No, I would trade up for that. I would trade, but not crazy. Like we ain't going top 10 or nothing. I think about trading up though. I'd be open to it. So this is what I got for Downs here. He was the guy that played like a third safety with Alabama, and then Saban retired, moved. Yeah, I mean, you can see by the numbers. I think he's better than Fernando Mendoza, Caleb Downs, but he's a safety, so it just doesn't work. Dog though. Nail one of those fourth rounders. Yeah, we got two of them. So hopefully, if they keep him, I had fried bullfrog. Very good. That sounds disgusting. But 1 out of 3 bones, dude. That sounds awful. No, fried bullfrog. No, I wouldn't eat a frog. That's crazy. That's kind of messed up, dude. It's a frog. You're gonna eat a frog? Yeah, but they're like your hand size. Like 2 hands? No, that's still weird though. That's still weird to eat a frog. That's crazy. No, that's crazy. Actually, you said that. You ate a frog. What? That's weird, dude. Ah. Dude, Flecker, we're good, man. We'll keep you up to date here. That's why they tagged me. Ain't gonna extend him. I don't like Pickens. Surprising good. Shoot, I don't doubt that. It just sounds crazy to eat a frog. All right. Make sure this thing is gonna update. Boom. Overall rank 2. They had him ranked 2. That's got to be just bumped up because he's playing quarterback. Hmm. It tastes like chicken. All right. All right, dude. Okay. All right, here we go. This is where things start right here. Raiders get Mendoza. I think that's the right move. Brady's not in there? Mm. See, but that to me, that's boring, bro. I wouldn't want to be there with the first pick knowing who I'm taking. Like, because I'm not going to be fired up. Like, yeah, we took the guy we thought we were going to take for 2 months. Want to be with his family. Yeah, but they're not there, though. You know, he's on his own. They're in their own green room sitting there waiting. You would have went. Look, he's got someone with him. They came to him. Arizona. Next year, would you trade our next year first and this year third? Wait. Once more first round capital. Would you trade our next year first for this year's second and a third? No, not this year. I honestly, the draft's not good enough for that. Like, I don't know what the next year's gonna look like, but this year's not good enough for me to do that. To sell on a first round pick. But how would everyone feel? Brad trade out the first pick of the first next year and the second or third this year? No, I'd be cool with that. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd have no problem with it, to be honest with you. I'd be on board. I mean, it'd be kind of disappointing. Like, oh, it did nothing today. But I'd be here for it. All right, Chad. So we gave him David Bailey. Get your predictions in. Where do we think we're going? Arvell Reese is the other vibe. I think he's gonna go Bailey, man. It's kind of weird that we got to Bailey here and we just kind of like went past Ruben Bain. It feels like to being this pick. That feels strange. But just based on all the buzz, I think it's gonna be Bailey. Just seems to go that way. Stanford head coach was fired before he transferred. So he transfers from Stanford. 81 pressures in 3 seasons for David Bailey. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Based on this, dude, I don't know how you take. I don't know how you take Bailey. How you don't take Reese here. You know what? I think it's gonna. See, now Reese has some trash grades though. Hold up. All right, I changed my mind. It's gonna be Arvell Reese. I'm changing my prediction. I'm gonna go Reese from Ohio State here. Too big, too much upside. They're gonna go. We're gonna go that route. What do you think is gonna happen here? So there's 2 names. There's basically it's David Bailey from Texas Tech. That defense that was kind of nuts this year. He's a little bit smaller, but he's just like a fast pass rusher. Then there's Arvell Reese, who's kind of like when Isaiah Simmons came out from Ohio State. He's like a hybrid edge rusher. Us? No, for the Jets. Oh yeah, I don't think he'll have a chance to get to us, but that's the vibe. I'm gonna say they go Reese here. I'm changing it up. If it was me, I'd take Ruben Bain.
Yeah, that guy from Miami.
Yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Yeah. I think it's kind of crazy that we're not just talking about taking him, but Arvell Reese, come on, line it up. Oh, he did. Okay. All right. Hey, the mock that we made is still right, so we can lean on that. Can lean on that. But Bailey's the 2 pick. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, their edge rusher play was trash last year. I like Jermaine Johnson. They were garbage. They do have Will McDonald. He's okay. But whenever we talk about like trading for one of those dudes, they were not good. They weren't good for the Jets. So I get why they went this position because they haven't been good at that spot. And this should work. He should be a plus pass rusher. He should be early. He's also a really smart player too. So this is gonna work hopefully for them. 6'2", 250, 4-year senior. Is super agile, quick. All right. Yep. I'm gonna give this. I'll give it a B. I give it a B. I would have taken Bain, but that's fine. Let's cross off our big board too. We got to get that pulled up. Ty Simpson at 3. No way. 6'2.5". Yeah, it's not a big dude. Yeah, there's no way. But Arizona is interesting because Reese is going to be there. They could use linebacker, and then will they take Love? Will they just go running back? Make a running back here. I thought they signed somebody in free agency, but I don't know who that was. They should have. Yeah. So we did. So the mock that we did before the draft, I took Arvell Reese here. So I guess I'm gonna stick with Arvell Reese goes here. I'm gonna just stick with that. Whatever we wrote down. All right. Let's cross these dudes off. That was my second edge is gone. I didn't put Reese on there. All right. Well, that's not good. And then Mendoza's gone. Bro, did the Cardinals trade the third? Someone now maybe Tennessee. I could see Tennessee trying to go switch with Arizona. You know, but honestly, I think they're going to take Reese here. That was also all the noise was that they were going to go Bailey. So now I'm starting to believe in the rumors that they're just going to be going that way. Shoot, maybe they're thinking about trade. Also, don't the Cardinals still need line help? Like, their line's always pretty bad. They just trade? All right. Well, then that's got to be Arvell Reese. It's got to be Reese here. Kind of felt like they were trading based on how they was clapping and stuff. And that clock's still moving. Maybe the Giants. The Giants could try to get ahead of the Titans to go get Love. Because they, I mean, it'd be kind of weird with Scatterboo, but they could. I don't know who else would do it. Giants got 2 first rounders, too, so they could. I don't know. Kyle Reese. Did I say Kyle Reese? Roy Lopez was lost. On the clock. Don't think they'll trade now. Pick us in. Okay. So I'm going to go Reese here. He's either probably going here or next pick. I'm not gonna bet you because you haven't kept up with draft, but I'm pretty sure he's going here the next pick. Yeah, see, I don't know. That's the thing. They don't list them with a need at line, but I think their line is garbage. Uh, Brissett, I think. Yeah, it's Chad. Who is their quarterback? Is it Brissett? Is Brissett in? Is it Wentz? It might be Wentz. I don't know who it is. I don't know what they're doing. Hey, the Cardinals are trash. I don't know. This is interesting though, because the dude that did the roundtable thing for the Cardinals, he took Ruben Bain here. I'm gonna go Reese. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, they did go running back. All right. It's just per se, yeah. Man. I gotta see that Cardinals O line. What's that talking about? That O line has to be trash. Cardinals depth chart. Unless they went crazy in free agency. They got Evan Brown over there, I think. They got our boy. Okay, they signed Isaac Seomala from the Steelers. I think he's usually hurt though. He's typically injured, I'm pretty sure. Uh They have Paris Johnson. Okay, that guy's fine. Yeah, their interior is kind of trash. Froholt is okay. Isaiah Adams, Elijah Wilkinson. Hey, I don't know, dude. They probably should have went line. I mean, that's not good. That's not good, dude. Oh, they might be cooked. They're gonna be the who is it last year? I think the running back, the Raiders. Yeah, they might be the Raiders this year. Drafted a running back with a trash right side of your O line. No quarterback. Bro, what are we doing? Oh my goodness, man. Is this the way you're supposed to build your team right here? It's, this is the strategy. Get the running back in there. Man. I don't know about this one, man. We trade out of the first. You want to trade out of the first? Come on, man. See, but that's what I was saying earlier today. They were like, I was telling y'all earlier, this is just the truth, okay? It's not just a Lions fan thing. It's an every team fan thing. Everybody wants to trade back because fans don't have conviction on draft prospects. So every fan base thinks, oh, I hope we trade back. There is not a fan base that wasn't thinking trade back. Every single team has said that. Every single fan has said that. Nobody. There's not many people that are sitting there like, man, I think we might go up this year. It's because none of the fans have, real belief in who they're drafting. They kind of just clump people together. So I think that's the problem with the trade back idea, and it's why the Lions might move up in a draft like this. For everybody's trying to go back, we might move up. But I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know how we get out of 17. I don't know I just don't know what somebody's moving up for. The only way would be maybe like a receiver. Even then, I don't know how much you give up to go get a receiver, but maybe something like that. Corner could be there. Could to trade back. Oh, to go up? Yeah. I thought you were talking about trade back. Well, you give up picks. Yeah, you can't really give up players right now. I think you could get up with you could. You just have to give a future pickup. And honestly, those are probably real valuable this year because I don't think a lot of people are going to like the board or like who's available. So teams will take future picks this year. As long as we're in the world where we don't need a quarterback, we can trade future picks. Seems like Cleveland. They're like, man, we need that future first round pick or Miami just in case. Because our quarterback, he might be trash. They're all waiting for the dude from Texas to come out. All right. They need everything. Yeah. I mean, that's I was picking 4. You said they need everything. Well, shoot, then I guess they can do whatever here. I mean, they got a little pass rush help. Okay, so now things are kind of wild, though. I don't know what they're going to do here. I'm going to say Bane goes here. Well, they have linemen. I mean, they paid him. Their quarterback's also not going to be good. And you have to get a defensive player. You need old Ruben Bain in the mix. Name one Titans defensive player. Ah, Chad, name one defensive player on the Titans. Yeah, that's a problem. Well, it's Cam Ward. Name one, Chad. Come on, we can't. You can't do it. You got to get somebody that you can name. It's got to be Reese or Bain. All right. Ooh. Ooh, I like it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I kind of like that. Okay, Titans. Yeah. Now the draft is the draft. I kind of rock with that. That was my favorite receiver. Number 1 receiver's out of there. But honestly, bro, Tate's gonna be a dog. Ohio State just puts out dog receivers all the time. What's the last bad one? Ted Ginn, probably. Shoot, was Ted Ginn even bad? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, they just put dogs out at receiver, man. You can't go wrong with that. I like it, Titans. Good stuff. Plus, what they have? They have DK. Yeah, they don't really have receivers like that, so I like that. Salah has the shiniest forehead. Oh, no way you put that in there before. Uh, oh, 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 oh. Oh, that's slick, man. I didn't expect that. I like it. Who is a bad Ohio State like high receiver? I don't know. They've had some that haven't hit late, but not early. Not early. Those guys hit, especially recently. They've been cooking. Cortland Finnegan. All right, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't know who you're talking about. Talking about modern era football. Okay, that's kind of tough though. They took him. That's crazy. But honestly, that's how you know the draft's not great when we're at 4 and it's like, oh, oh snap! I think he had like 900 yards last year. Like, bro, shoot, man. All bad? Nah, I would have took Carnell Tate immediately, bro. You give me Ohio State receiver any day, dude. That dude is gonna be a dog. As long as he tells you he can be a dog. Okay, I can play it. What do you say? Old Titans cornerback beat it by DeAndre. Oh, Andre Johnson. That's a quarterback. We're talking about wide receivers. I had great hands for him. Very good separating. Elite tracking. Great play speed. Elite contested catch ability. Dude, this guy's a dog, man. What are we talking about? Good route running, good body control. Yeah, dude. A plus. A plus. Put your grades in the chat. I'm going A plus. Okay, now Giants. Let's go A plus. All right. Let's. All right. So I had Styles here. Styles. I don't want to say Styles. Ooh. Okay. 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 Do they take Reese now because he just there still? Um. Because if you need a linebacker, you could go either. The Giants do have a lot of pass rush. Nah, it's got to be Styles still. I'm still gonna say it's Sonny Styles. Reese just gonna fall. He's just gonna fall to Cleveland, and Cleveland will take him. David Boston. What? That wasn't English. Ooh. What? Oh, it's getting crazy. The Chiefs just moved up to 6. They were at 9. So the Chiefs went up 3 spots. Okay, hold up. We gotta lock in. Let me see this board real quick. Chiefs went up 3 spots. That means they moved up with the Browns. So they jumped the Saints and they jumped the Commanders. Well, yeah, Saints could have went pass rush maybe. Commanders maybe. I'm thinking they're moving up for Reese. Like Styles goes here and then they go take Reese. That would make some sense because they need defensive end anyway. I don't think they're going to move up for a receiver. Well, I guess they could move up for a receiver because now Carnell Tate's gone. So if you thought Cleveland was going to take a receiver, which I had Tate to Cleveland, they could be going up for Tyson. All right, I'm gonna say Kansas City moves up for Jordan Tyson, receiver from Arizona State, and I'm gonna say Styles goes here, and Arvell Reese is still on the board for the Commanders. That's what I'm feeling. It's getting kind of wild. Why is that not good? It's true, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Trying to protect Kermit. Think they're trying up for a tackle? Maybe. Trying to go defense? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, they traded away the 10th pick for their defensive tackle. They don't have to. They could go receiver. If the Giants go receiver, then it makes a ton of sense why Kansas City did. Because then they need a receiver too. No. He would just be sitting and taking a receiver. But Kansas City would be moving up because the second receiver would be gone. If he goes off, if he would be taking Tyson here, and the Chiefs would be moving up to get Mekhi Lemon. That's how that would play out, I think. That would be wild, though. I'm going to say he still takes Styles. I think he does go defense. Chiefs take Downs? I don't think they traded up for Downs. I don't think so. If anything, they'd have to move it for a cornerback, I would think. I wouldn't think he'd move it for a safety right now. They don't have like any cornerbacks. They're all gone. They traded with McDuffie. All right. It's getting wild. Who just got selected? Was that Tate just went? Okay. We train up to 8 for Bane. He'll be there. I think he's going to be there. All right. This will tell us a lot right here. Dude, they might have taken a receiver. I think they took Tyson, dude. I think they took Tyson. They know they got the other one in their back pocket. They're going to get the receiver now, and the Chiefs moved up to get Lemon. This is my Tyson profile. Thing I'd be thinking if I'm the Lions fan right now is how far does Arvell Reese fall to the point where we start thinking about going to get him? Max Llewellyn. I like Max. He was in a mock for us. Okay, so they did take Reese. So why did the Chiefs trade up? I guess they were jumping the Browns. It still could be a receiver. Okay. It is a lot. It is a lot. Styles stays out there. Hmm. So this was. Heard Arvell Reese is huge, man. Right. I do think that Reese, you could just play him as a linebacker. Like you don't need to make him rush the passer all the time. But isn't that? I mean, I don't know. Now maybe they trade somebody away. Maybe Thibodeau gets traded. The dang what's it called? The dang Giants are crazy, bro. The Giants are crazy. The professionalism. Come on now. You know what I mean? We got something going on here. We were gonna trade up to 8, so Casey had to trade up to 6, and he probably he's trying to keep us down. Okay. Okay. Oh man, I don't know, dude. Let me see. I mean, but if here's the thing though, Kansas City does need pass rusher. They do need that. I think you might be right. They might be getting Bane. Is it to me? It only could be Bane or a receiver here, and I just feel like because that wasn't a receiver, they're not trading up for a receiver. So I think it is Ruben Bane. I don't know why you needed to get in front of Cleveland for that. Well, I guess he slipped to Cleveland. I guess maybe Washington. I don't know, dude. I think you're right. I think it's Ruben Bane here, which kind of stinks a little bit. Mm. Chat, let's grade the pick. Arvell Reese to the Giants. Kind of a weird fit. I don't know. I think in that like if they who you said Harbaugh's there. See that when they had like Terrell Suggs, like back then was Harbaugh a coach for them back with Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis and stuff. He was their head coach, I think, back then. So he could see him like a Suggs because Suggs played like the Arvell Reese stuff. He was a linebacker that played on the line. I would think you trade one of those dudes away. Oh, hold up. Nah, I think he's tweaking. I don't think he knows. Nah, no, no, he's tweaking. It's gonna be Bane, man. Oh, I'm not mad though. If they want to take the lane, take him. Take your corner. I'm cool with that. In fairness, there really is only one corner. The other one's a dog, but he's got the ACL though. So let's see. Wonder what they give up to do that. That was my corner three. Yeah, they moved up 3 picks. Only I guess you get it in front of New Orleans maybe because New Orleans has Kool Aid, but they don't have another corner, so maybe that's why. Like I said, they traded McDuffie, so no to the Rams. He's got a cool name though. Mansoor is kind of a cool name. I've never seen that before. He's gonna play the run for him. I Compton to DJ Turner. DJ Turner from Cincinnati. B. I mean, I guess I get it. I mean, if you mindset you were gonna have to get a cornerback, then I'm not mad at it because you couldn't wait. Sounds like monsoon. What they trade? Do we know? 3 picks. Oof. They do have a second first rounder though. I think because of the Rams trade. So they're probably chilling. I don't know. Lane's gonna be good, man. Plus, Kansas City knows how to draft corners. They've been hitting on those dudes. Really, every time they hit, they take a cornerback. Well, I mean, shoot, we took Okuda at 3, so I mean, taking one at 6 isn't crazy. I mean, Witherspoon went at 6 or 5, so I don't think we took him too nuts. He's just got to be like more of the Witherspoon type. Which because he plays the run well, I would think you could believe that. Okay, Washington, pick 7. I have him with Caleb Downs here, and I think that still makes sense. I think it is going to be Downs, but Styles is still out there. I don't know if they want to go linebacker. Wagner's getting old. Maybe they will go linebacker. Got to get a little younger. I think the Washington Commanders are trying to win right now. I think they go Downs. It's got to be Caleb Downs. Move up a script. But what they give up though? I feel like if you give up like a third, a fourth, and a future third, like that's not crazy. If they get they give up second. All right, here we go. I'm going Downs here. Oh, it didn't update. Here we go. What up, Lance? Bobby Wagner. He's still playing for them. I thought he was standing up there. I'm like, dang, Bobby looks old. Okay. Weird commercials. All right. Styles goes. It's understandable. I feel like Brad Holmes is someone that we all hate. And how did you go from draft to giraffe? That's actually crazy. There's no way it's spell check to that. It's going to giraffe someone. Okay. That we was booing. I don't know, man. I don't know if that guy's out there this year for me. I'm kind of cool with whatever. I think. I guess we'll find out when we do it. I think I'm cool with whatever this year, man. Who would that be though? Who would you boo? Like legit, man. They go any position. On it, outside of probably Kenyon Sadiq. I don't think I'd love that. I don't think I'd love tight end here. Outside of that, I think it'd be cool. Even if we took our guy Ty Simpson out of Bama, I don't think I'd boo. I like Ty Simpson. Yeah, that's how it works out. Okay. Still got some dogs there. So Ruben Bain's still chilling. We got every lineman still available, which is perfect for us. All tackles. Fano, Maui Noah's still there. None of the interior guys have went yet. Caleb Downs is still chilling. And we're on pick 8. This is pretty good. This is where I had Bane before the draft. Okay. Trade? Another trade? I bet he's similar to DeMarvion Overshown. I think that's what everybody thought Dallas was going to end up getting him. Downs falls a little bit more. We try to get him. I'd love to see it. I just don't think it's going to work out. I think it's going to be too far. That's a wild spell check, dude. What's happening here? What is this? All right. Saints pick is in. Okay. Okay. That's too far for us, man. We can't move up that far. We don't got enough for that. You'd have to give him next year's first probably. It's all right. We don't need this. We're chilling, man. Every tackle's still there. We're in a good spot. Lorenzo Styles. Lorenzo's a cooler name too. Sounds would be crazy if we got him. Who would be on the chopping block if we got him? Oh, I thought you meant like by trade. Dang, and the Browns? Oh, they're rolling. This is my Ruben Bain right here. So I think we're going. The size of a linebacker. Downs? Oh, he ain't that big. I mean, shoot, he ain't that big. Hold up. What did he list in as? I would think he's sub 200 pounds. Oh, okay, that's not working. 5, yeah. Well, he is over 200. 5'11", 206. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. You got a little something. Tiny linebacker. All right. Nah. What up, John? 6 for 974 and 148. Okay. 74. No, that's not that bad. 74. So really, for 148 and 74, they got up 3 spots. Okay. Let's see where the value chart goes with that. I feel like the Chiefs kind of won that. So it might not cost a lot to move up this year if that's all it took. 74 is worth 220. 148 is worth 32. So about 250 points. And then from 9 to 6 would be. Actually, it's right on the. It's right on the money. That's 250 each side. That's right down the line for the value chart. That's even, which is kind of crazy. Huh. I feel like it doesn't work out like that, but it did. 250 by the. Which one is this? The Jimmy Johnson value chart. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. I'm going Baines here. Oh, I got this if you want it. You're leaving? Oh, well, you got like an hour for that. It is hot in here. Yeah. All right. Ooh, receiver? Saints, what? Hey, they like Shuck. They like Shuck then. I don't think that's why was that never really talked about for the Saints? I don't even know who they have at receiver. Tyler Shuck from Louisville. He's actually pretty good for him. Yeah, Tyson's pretty good, man. It's interesting. What did the Saints have at receiver? Saints had Olave, kind of. Oh, they already got Tyson in here. Vele, I think they traded for him. Kevin Austin, Bub. Oh yeah, the receivers were trash. That makes sense. Why was that not talked about more? Them taking a receiver. I kind of like that for them. I mean, I like it for us too. All right, we're on to Cleveland. They said Cleveland's already got their pick in. They do. Browns take a tackle? I don't think so. Huh? I don't think they take a tackle. No. Let me see. Browns Browns might let me see. So Browns got Dwan Jones and Titus Howard. They could take one. They signed Ellen Jenkins, Zion Johnson, Tevin Jenkins. I mean, they could take a lineman, but that actually is not a bad five if they're healthy. They extended Alex Wright, I think, last year. Kind of loaded up on the D line. Linebacker could make some sense, maybe. Probably more DB here. Grant Delpit and Bronny Hickman are their safeties. They probably might take downs. Well, the Browns do need receivers. Their receivers are garbage. I'll say they go Lemon here. Their receivers are trash. That's got to be like the worst receiving core in the NFL. That's Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Isaiah Bond, Tylan Wallace. Yeah, they haven't hit on like any of those dudes. I'm gonna say they take Lemon. Actually, take that back. I wouldn't take Lemon here, so I'm gonna give him Cooper. Tyson just went. We got a receiver run. Sadiq. Well, they got Harold Fannin though. I guess if you just treat him like a receiver, then yeah. Harold Fannin was good though. Harold Fannin was that dude for them. Draft kicker. Hey, whatever puts points on the board. All right, that was kind of weird. No, that was not it. Whatever that was, he had rehearsed that. That was awkward. Jordan, throw that away. Whatever that was. All right, I'll say Omar Cooper Jr. goes here. That just fits, bro. They need a receiver. You know, Cleveland last year. That was awful. I'd be mad if I was a Browns fan. They didn't take a receiver. Yeah, you got to stand around it. I think it's for their cameras or something. They had that in Green Bay too. All right, let's see. So if they take the first tackle, a Cleveland tackle would be uh, a power scheme lineman. It would be Caden Proctor or it'd be Maui Noah. Huh? It'll be Proctor or Maui Noah if they go lineman. It's got to be receiver, though. Omar Cooper. Oh, okay. They took the top tackle. Why is that so loud? What is my dude wearing? What in the world? All right, that's a W. All right, Brown. We see you with the big W right there. That kind of stinks. I don't like that. Dang. Dang, man. All right, Fauno's off the board. Dang. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like him too. Here's my stuffer Fano. Great reactive athleticism, good play strength, good body control. He grades out real high for me. This is the only thing is the power part because he's not that big. Flexible finish sustain. He's gonna be a dog, man. I like it. That's good. A for the Browns. They can have it. Take your A. The only weird thing is I do think that they're okay at tackle. I guess Titus Howard will be a backup or he'll play guard for them. So now we have the Giants. Giants already made a pick. Did the Giants go? What did the Giants do? Giants took Arvell Reese. Yeah, this would make sense to go receiver here. But I think it's going to be your guy. I think it's going to be Downs. Receiver or Downs? Oh boy. Okay, now they're starting to roll. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Tackle number two is going. Ooh. He actually, he trades on average 5.5 times a draft. It's real. They like to trade 5.5 times per draft on average with Brad Holmes. You got to think they traded up for Terrion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They move a lot, just up, down, up, down. Last year, they trade up for Tesla. All right. Oh, this is getting crazy. This is getting nuts. The Dolphins go tackle. I mean, the thing with Miami is they could do anything. They're just not good. If I had to guess, they might try. I think they would prefer to get Caleb Downs. They let their safety they were paying go. Um, they would probably be cool with that. They also could surprise and go corner. They could go interior O line too because they need that. And honestly, once you get to pick 12, like last year we saw Booker go, you could take Vanga there, Ione, or Ioane. You could do that. Dallas is on the clock. So I gave him Dramad McCoy. I went tight. I went cornerback here. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Dallas. This is Dallas' first pick, I think. I'm gonna say they go McCoy. I'm gonna stay to that. It could be Downs. But I'm gonna say McCoy goes. See it's Jerry Jones, man. It's gotta be some pop to it. Who has that pop to him right now? Probably Downs. Next receiver would be Cooper. I don't think he'll take a receiver. Miller, McCoy. He won't take another guard. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be Downs. I think it has to. Francis. See clearly a number two. He reminded me of Zach Tom, which is kind of weird. But honestly, the weird thing about Zach Tom is kind of a center guard tackle. He's kind of everything. So I guess that does make some sense. Reminded me of Zach Tom. It's the Packers O lineman. Hey man, take the sunglasses off, bro. This guy. What the heck was that? Oh my goodness. Ooh. Yeah, it's a big dude. A big dude. Ah, I think they gotta go DB. That's the only guy that has any buzz left to his name is Downs. You got the same jacket? Get out of here, dude. Dude, I don't. But I think I don't. Maybe you might be right, but I don't think there was any. Those guys being available at 17 was very unlikely. Maybe Fano had a chance. I thought maybe, but it makes some sense. I mean, it makes sense that he's gone. I think who's gone so far is all kind of expected. But Bane's still there. Mm. I'm just saying, man. Miami does want to trade. I think Miami would move. I think Miami would move. What are Miami gonna do? They're terrible. They'd move out of there. You could do it if you wanted to. You could do it. I think you could. Because this is gonna be Downs, so Miami's not gonna have a safety to take. cornerback wise, they're going to take a guy with an ACL injury, which you could do that. O lineman, you're taking O tackle 3. Dude, I think if it's going to happen, that's the team to do it with. I'd call TD right now. I don't know where. Hmm. Then who gets picked, I guess. No. I would bet on the draft probably before I bet on the game. No? I never win when I bet on the game. Hmm. All right, put it. Well, for Proctor. I mean, we could if we want to tackle. I mean, I don't think Dallas won't do it. Miami could take a lineman. Rams could take a lineman. Baltimore could take a lineman. Tampa Bay could take a lineman. The Jets won't. You got about 4 teams that could. I mean, if you want to get in front of, I mean, you can't get in front of Dallas now, but I think Miami makes a lot of sense if you were going to trade for whatever. Let's see. I think we're seeing downs here. All right, here we go. Got to be downs. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That one just lines up pretty good. Dang, I love Caleb Downs. That dude was awesome. Okay. There's like no way Caleb Downs isn't a dog in the NFL. Dallas traded up for that? Oh, so they just swapped with Miami? I didn't even notice that. Oh, they did. They gave up 177 to 180 to move up one spot. It may have just been talking Miami into it because, like I said, Miami. I don't know where Miami goes now. Miami might trade back again. I can see them. But if they're only moving back one spot, I don't know, man. I think Downs is outstanding. I mean, you can see my grades here. He's way higher than where he went for me. He actually has some elite grades in here, which is pretty good. What in the world? What, the music? I don't know what that was. That's what it, why we went to that. Quarterback to Rams? I think it's possible. I mean, first mock I had was them taking Ty Simpson. I think it'd be worth it. Would they take Bain or Lemon? Are you talking about Miami? Yeah, they could take either of those guys. You're right. You're right. They need edge help. They have Chop Robinson, who hasn't been great. They have nothing outside of that. And Lemon, they have no receivers. I would take Bain 1000% before I took Lemon. So yeah, I think it is going to be Bane. Keep him there. But is Ruben Bane a big person? That's the question. Also, it's kind of a Green Bay thing to take a DN. So I would think maybe a different one, but there's not that many great DNs. Kind of a Green Bay thing. They took Van Ness pretty high. Rashawn Gary. Some of these dudes weren't even productive. They just took them. Both those guys were both of that. Another. Actually, probably got more out of the later on guys they would take. Falk. See, now that would fit the style. Falk could be interesting. He's young enough. Hmm. Could be right with Falk here. That seems like a Miami pick. I like that. I like where your head's at. I'm gonna say they go Falk too. I like that. Yo, that looks like such a weird room to be in. Nah, dude. Like, I feel like I wouldn't want to talk to any of those people. You know what I mean? They just give off that vibe. They give off that vibe where it's like, man, all these conversations are not entertaining. I want to talk to these people. All right, here we go. Pick 12. I'm going to rock with what Spencer said of Falk. Let's see it. No, they can't. They got to go Bane, bro. They can't, bro. You can't pass up on Bane for Falk. That's insane. It's going to be Bane. You can't do that. Now, that's an option. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Dolphin, they played. Caden Proctor? Hmm. How does that work with the one? It doesn't even seem like a fit. So style wise, they're gonna be way different now. I'm trying to think, is this something the Packers would have done? I don't know, dude. I mean, they could play him anywhere though. That O line's trash. They probably will put him at guard. To be honest with you, that's probably what they'll do. Let's go to Caden Proctor or Caden Proctor. See what we got going on. It is the old tackles are getting picked up, man. We did big dude, bro. 370 pounds is crazy work. So that was my tackle five who just went. Tackle five going. Downs is going. Um, Bain. So Bain's still there. Freeling's still there. My guy Tiernan, Ihanachor. Feeling good at tackle. Lomu. So dogs there. It seems like it's absolutely playing out. We're gonna get an offensive tackle. We probably won't even move either. We're probably just gonna sit here and take a tackle. Yeah, I have him listed as a right tackle or a guard. And that's the thing. So Proctor played left tackle. I have him listed as a right tackle or a guard. Miami has a left tackle. They drafted Patrick Paul. He was pretty good for him last year. So they'll just push him to the right side. They'll make him probably the right guard or right tackle. But they also have the rookie they took last year who was tragic from Arizona. The guard they took in the second round. He was awful. So he might replace him. Probably goes to right tackle. But honestly, he probably does both. He probably starts at guard, and then as Austin Jackson gets hurt, which happens a lot, he'll probably move to right tackle. He'll probably do both for him this year. Honestly, I think his weight excites teams because he's so freaking big. I also did hear that he cut recently. I don't know if that was true or not. McCoy for the Rams? Nah, man. Nah. I don't think they'd go corner after all. You can't, like, you trade a first round pick for a corner and then you sign a corner and then you draft a corner. That's kind of crazy. mean, their corners are the position. I think it's Ty Simpson. I think they go quarterback here. What do you think? Alabama's quarterback? They released Tua. Yeah, they released Tua. They're on to Malik Willis. Um yeah, that's I mean, they could go pass rush right here. They could go Bain here. That'd help them right away. They could also go receiver. Lemon's still on the board. They could do that too if they wanted. Lemon and Cooper. I would take Bain, but I think the quarterback, man. I think Ty Simpson's going, dude. They're gonna get ahead of it. Stafford's last year is this year. Then he might. He'd be. I don't know how old he is. Probably like 37, 38. Probably something like that. Think Bain will drop to us? No, no. I think Tampa Bay would take him. You want a drink or something? All right. I'm gonna get one in a sec. I got him downstairs. I can grab one. I'm gonna go get one in a sec. Okay. You want a sparkling water, or do you want ice? The ice has a little bit of caffeine, not a lot, just a little bit. It's got 70. It's one of these. It's only 70 though. It's like 70 milligrams of caffeine. That's like isn't that like a sixth of a coffee? Yeah, yeah, you can drink that. Yeah. So you is that what you want? All right. Who's their backup quarterback? Oh, they might still have that dude from Georgia. Yeah, they got a couple years ago. Remember the little guy? You know what I'm talking about. They have that little dude from Georgia over there. Chad, grade the Caden Proctor. Everybody seemed to hate Caden Proctor. Let's not forget, it's a 3-year player. 6'7", 370. Super strong, of course. Uses hands well. He's flexible for a big dude. I feel like that's like one of them draft picks where you're like, all right, people aren't supposed to be built like this. Let's just draft him and figure it out. He's got a little blind side to him, like the movie. He's got a little bit of that in him. Just like, this guy's a little bit unique. He's unique in the NFL, which is kind of crazy. I don't know who that guy's name is. He did well with him. Ooh. Oh. They could go tackle. They do need a tackle. This is true. This is true. I hope they don't, but they do need a tackle. Oh yeah, they're talking about dude from Tennessee last year. That's tough. Oh my gosh, that thing went sideways. This is Ty Simpson. I'm pulling up my first mock draft just so I can hype myself up a little bit. Heck no. Hey, there is one thing. It definitely smelled down there. That is one. Yeah. Like that's just straight sweat, bro. It's hot. It's just sweat. At least inside, there's like a little set gap, bro. If you're out in that audience, no shot, dude. Disgusting, bro. It was hot in there. Ooh. Okay. And these dudes be wearing costumes that they never wash. You already know that dude never washes that costume. He just wears it. Oh! Oh my goodness. I was getting clowned for that, by the way. You know what? I'm gonna respond to my haters because I got time. I got 3 picks. I got time today. Second, Mendoza. This is your boy right here. This is your boy right here. Let me see this pick. Let me see what the people are saying in the chat. What were they saying? All right, I gotta figure out where we're at here. So that's love. So it's been a little bit here. Chilling. He's chilling. Ooh, let's see what the chat was saying. Zero chance the Rams take a mediocre quarterback that early. Zero chance. Shout out to you, Carlos. Appreciate you, bro. Zero chance. Heard you. Heard you. Just cause. Mm. This is old, man. Wait, what did I say for the Chiefs? Maybe I should stick here. Jermod McCoy. And so I had him going next. So see if that's how that plays out. I had to pull up the receipts for that one. That was necessary. It was just one of those times. I love it though. I think it's awesome. Good for him. I mean, it's a good spot to be in. Uh, yeah, dude's a dog, dude. Dolphins should have took him. I mean, they could have used it. You're done. He didn't get it done in the playoffs. You're out of here, dude. There you see. Oh, uh, they kept taking him to the court. Foles. Foles won a Super Bowl. Foles Super Bowl MVP. Carlos is in the chat. I think it's a different Carlos. I don't think it's that Carlos. How you do Carlos like that? No. I don't think Carlos is here, man. That Carlos is a hater. This is cool though. He'll get the notification. This worked out really good for us though. The Rams took a quarterback. We got 3 picks, and we got multiple. I mean, they're gonna be able to pick a tackle if they want one of these guys. They can take one. They'll be sitting there, and then they got Oh, did I close it? I gotta open it back up. And then Bane's still on the board too, which I would think Tampa would take him. Baltimore could too, to be honest. Let's see. All right, pick us in for the Ravens. Yeah, I'm cool if Ty Zivin's not good. You know what I mean? That's fine. That'd be cool for us too if he's just not good. Rams fans do be some of them. You know what I mean? But all right. So what we're looking at here, they could go receiver. They need a receiver. They also need a lineman. I'm gonna say they go Ioane. They're gonna go Vanga, Ioane. They're gonna go guard out of Penn State here. That's my call. That's what I think's happening. And that'd be great for us. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Hey, now we're cooking a little bit. We're starting to cook a little bit with these picks now. Ioane's out of here. We're starting to do some work. Doing some work. Yeah, we got Tampa Bay who would take a pass rusher here. We got the Jets. The Jets already made a pick. Don't remember who the Jets took. Okay, that sounds right. Jets took Bailey. So they already took a pass rusher. So they won't do that again. Jets could use a receiver. There's two receivers there. I think Jets go Omar Cooper. They'll go receiver, I think. So it's just about what the Bucks do. If the Bucks go edge, which they might take Bain. If they do that, we're gonna have Freeling on the board, which would be fantastic. I mean, I would run that in offensive tackle. For me, it'd be Freeling, Tiernan, and Ihanachor, Lomu, Blake Miller. People like Blake Miller. Maybe that's their preference too. I would say Freeling, and I think you'd nail that draft pick, dude. Get Georgia's tackle, put him literally right next to Georgia's guard, Tate Ratledge, all right, and we're rolling. We're off to the races, buddy. We're back in it. That's going to be sitting there right for us. It should line up where it's either he's going to be available or Ruben Bain's going to be available. One of those two are going to be sitting there, though. I think. I think right here, one of them is probably going to go. It's probably going to be Bain. I don't know where else they would go here, unless they go off and they go like receiver or tight end or something. They could go receivers. There's a couple receivers out here they could take. I just don't see him doing it. I don't think Lemon's that good. People love Lemon. I don't think he's that good. I have to because I'm going to be doing the draft. I'm missing it. And also, there's track stuff. So if I was doing that, I would just go to the track stuff because that's our invitational. That's where you should be. You should be supporting your local community. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the beginning, and then I'll just leave early. But I'm gonna go to the early portion of it. Okay, yeah, I'll go to the early part, so I'll see you there for that, and then I'll take off eventually because I think it starts at 7 tomorrow. So I won't be there super long. I don't be mad at Lomo either. To me, the ranking is Freeling's better to me, and also Freeling's so young that I kind of buy into that too. Here's the thing: the only tackle that I watched of the guys that are left, where it was like early, it was like ooh, was Freeling. It was like ooh, why are we not looking at this guy? Like, that was the first time. And then he got a lot of buzz recently, and all of a sudden he's been mocked to us. So that's why I'd get that. That's why I would think that would be pretty straightforward. Ruben Bain would be a lot of fun though. I just think the Tampa Bay would be willing to take him. I think they would. I don't think they'll care. I mean, they've missed though. They took Braswell out of Alabama, absolute bust in the second round. They've taken some swings and they took dude out of Washington that did have the measurables, bust. Who was bad in offense? Bucks. Yeah, I guess they lost Mike Evans too, so they could go receiver. I just don't know if there's a guy here for that. We'll see. It's tight too, though. It's tight too. Thing is, my prediction was Ihanator, and I would still love that. But any of the trade buzz doesn't really make sense if they take Ihanator because I feel like they never had to trade up to go get him. I'm still gonna rock with that prediction. I don't know where my phone went either. No clue. Was I wrong? Oh yeah, I'm wrong on most of these mock picks. To be honest with you, the last two, I think. Well, no, we weren't right beforehand. We were just right saying them out loud. It's kind of hard once the draft gets going. Now it's, you know what I mean. It's like if you got a couple wrong, you're cooked. It's like the March Madness brackets. What do you mean? Freeling? He's on the bottom. He's on the bottom. He's like 22. Ihanator, no, he's like they rank him like 40. But that's my guy right there. I hate that. I bet Jack Campbell was on the board when we took him. I bet he wasn't. I bet Gibbs was on the board when we took him. All right, they're fired up. Oh, it's Ruben Bain. Yeah. Yeah. Just because. You know what I mean? Like, just look at him. Bucks will. They're like one team I feel like would draft an edge rusher every single year. And just get it wrong every year, and they'll just keep doing it. All right. Let's see. Oh, you put patches on your jerseys. We were talking about jerseys we could get. A Jamal Williams jersey would be kind of tough. Yeah, if they had that would be a sweet jersey to get. I would rock with that.
I like my branch one. That's my favorite.
I want to get LaShore next, but yeah,
The running back?
yeah,
My calendar.
yeah. yeah. Yeah, that'd be tough. All right, hurry up.
I like my branch.
Yeah, that's sweet. That one's sweet. You're not even wearing it too, which is crazy. It's a draft.
You
You didn't even bring it. You're lying. You didn't even bring it.
No, drop the weight.
Oh, okay. You could. You didn't know
I
this.
can't even wear my Lions hat. It's so hot.
All right, here we go. Bucks pick.
Use it as a fan.
All right. So we're gonna get a tackle if we want to tackle. We're gonna get a tackle if we want to tackle because we got McCoy still there, which could be interesting, but I don't think we'll go corner. Most of the guard options are there. Expected. Tight end, no. D tackle, you could. There hasn't been one off yet. Jacob Rodriguez, no, probably not. It'll probably be tackle here. Though before the draft, our prediction was the safety from Oregon, Thieneman. Maybe something wild happens. I don't think we're gonna go receiver. If we did go receiver, I'd love Cooper. So Freeling, Ihanator, Lomu, Blake Miller, probably the most likely. And then my guy Caleb Turner is actually the highest I have left. Northwestern. I don't think they'll do that. I would love them to take Tiernan. Just shock the world, but I don't think they'll do that. So yeah, my order right now goes Tiernan, Freeling, Ihanator, Lomu, Blake Miller. I think all of them are could be picked here. After that, I think it falls off. But I think they're all pretty tight. If I had to guess, I think they'd go Freeling. And then second, I think they would go Miller. Lomu could be in. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I think they would go Freeling. I don't know though. To me, Tiernan's the best still there. I was chilling here. I might take Rodriguez to be honest. If I was Lions at 17, because the tackles are where they are, like I might think about taking Rodriguez. Just getting my linebacker. You said behind, like a tackle for loss, I guess. Bane, he is little. Very little arms. Would you take an edge with our pick? Um, I would take Parker next. His sunglasses are too little, I think. I don't like that. His sunglasses look too small. Who's gonna announce it? It'll be the commissioner. Day 2 and 3, no, but it'll be him. All right, Jets are in. They're fired up. It's got to be Cooper Jr. They're going receiver, I think. Now this is one I would bet on. If there was like a thing right now, I'd bet on this. I think. Let's see if I'd win. I'd probably bet $20 right now. That this is gonna be Cooper Jr. Looking at it, because it could be a safety, but could they take Carson Beck? You don't like that? The green's kind of cool though. You don't like that green? Huh. Vegas tried to take a round. That's tough. Corner. Well, they got Stevens, right? They got Brandon. They got Stevens, and then they have the dude they drafted last year out of Florida State. And then they traded for the dude from Tennessee that I liked when he came out. So I wouldn't think you'd want to put a corner on top of that. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. I think it's going to be receiver. Oh, okay. Tight end. I think that's a disaster, if I'm being honest with you. I think that's an absolute disaster of a draft pick. Ooh, I think the Jets are cooked. I think he thinks that's Laporta. Ooh. They just drafted Taylor? Oh, Chief. He's going to run the football. I don't know. I'm just putting my mind Aaron Glenn's vision. Looks like a running back. I take Bain. Oh yeah, the thing's just not updating. We're ahead of that. We're on our pick right now. Here we go. Well, he said Eric Ebron. No, that ain't great. Well, they're going tackle. Seems pretty lined up pretty good for him. Quarterback. But if it's Carson Beck, I'm here for it. Hmm. That's a good question. I really have no idea where this is gonna go. I just know it's gonna be a tackle. I don't know which one. No clue. Hmm. Because I mean, you got a whole bunch of different. You got Hanator, who's raw. Good athlete, but I don't know if he can start right away. So that's a little scary. You got Miller, who would start right away. He has like 50 starts out of Clemson. Pretty good athlete. I just don't think he's super powerful. And he's already a right tackle. And then you have Freeling, who's young. Would go to right tackle. Probably, not going to be his best right away. Probably wouldn't be the best of the three right away, but in time, maybe. That's the hope. And then he'd go right next to Tate. And then Tiernan, who I like, but Tiernan's just small for a tackle. I don't think he's supposed to go the first round. So Miller would make the most sense. That's what a lot of people think is going to happen because he's ready to play. I don't know. On purpose? I could do with that. I could hit 60-mile-per-hour ball. 60? I could hit that. Oh, well, yeah. If I knew it was coming, I could probably hit it. If he was throwing 90, I'd never touch it. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Why did we get hit with the commercial? What? Oh. Shout out to the sub or whatever that was. I don't have the chat up right now. That's crazy. I just scroll across the bottom. Let's go back to pick 17. Oh, here we go. No. Looks like a receiver. Probably Lemon. Yeah. No. No, he wouldn't do that. Shoot, yeah.
That's the smallest draft pick ever seen.
17. Dude's tall, man. Yeah. You got a sweet looking hat too, dude. Yeah, decked out. Got the little Lions pin on. That's kind of crazy. All right. All right. I'm not gonna get fired up for that one, chat. You ain't gonna get me fired up for that one. But it's kind of right down the line, huh? I don't know. Well, there you go. He's from Ohio. He's born there, probably. Hold up, chat. I don't have the thing pulled up, so I can't see anything. Oh, shot the bill with the 199. All right, I'll pull up what I had for Miller so far. I forgot about the wrestling thing. I was gonna throw that in there. It does matter. I'll let you guys hear it. I can't even let you hear it, to be honest. I'll throw what I had for him. We'll walk through it a little bit, see if it makes sense. Shout out to highlight reels.
Highlight reel.
No, he's a good athlete, man. He can move. What they have him at 6'7"? 6'7", yeah. So I had him at. I mean, these are all really tight. I had him at very good footwork, very good awareness, good body control, average play strength, very good athleticism. Kind of makes sense, yeah. I mean, that's what you want in the tackle.
All right, Bucko.
Taking off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, little man, you ready? That's only pick today, right?
54 starts. Only pick. Yep.
Good Lord, get me out of here. Let's get the AC going pretty soon. You ready, Mila? All right, Deanna, I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
All right.
Have a good night.
Okay. All right. I got to do this for Bleacher Report. I got to record a reaction to this pick for Bleacher Report, so I got to knock that out. Eagles, by the way, just trade up to 20. But we can, I mean, shoot, I kind of want to read through this because I wrote this a while ago. So I just want to read through what I wrote about him. Very balanced lateral mirror. That's good for pass protection, which is why he has a good grade there. Kick step depth squeezes airspace. That's good. I think about short setting. Lions typically go after that for guards. Very smooth kick step. Good depth off the ball. Quickness to drop step, connect on the arc. So protecting the edge. Doesn't overextend. That's important. Overextending is a problem. That's how you get beat inside. Good feel for projecting stump pickups with a wide base. Great explosion into pass sets. Dynamic athlete for cut blocks. So as you can see, and this is kind of the separator from, I think, the other tackles. Just easy mover, especially for a guy at his size. Smooth, easy mover. Recovers defenders on an edge with low hands and sliding footwork. Low catching hand placement. Body control for balance through club moves. Accurate two-handed latch and short sets. So winning early. Not making single-handed punches. Can be swiped and slipped inside losses. Okay, so maybe some hand usage work needed. Fails to connect with the chest on first punch. We saw it against Louisville, I guess. Allows for his arc to be given up. Was he the guy that gave up the soft edge? I think he did that with hand usage. So hand usage seems like a thing that I was looking to. Loose hips, good latch strength, opens up hips and pads, rise a touch, allows speed to power entry. So, yeah, he was one that gave up a little bit of soft edge. Core strength below average, rushes, stay alive to get an edge. That could probably be settled in a little bit better with better hands. You could probably win a little bit sooner. Ready holstered hands, predictable two-handed timing. We'll get into trouble. So they get Syracuse. Initial anchor gives up ground. That's why his anchor grade to me was middling. Which, by the way, like I said, the grade for me, the grade-wise, 5.25. It's slightly above average. So it's not like it's bad. The only thing that was slightly below average was power. Just true power. Which, if you're trying to replace Decker, that wasn't Decker anyway. So that makes sense because Decker wasn't a big power piece anyway. If latch strength is there, though, then you'll be okay. Let's see. Predictable hand, single hand punch timing. Yeah, that's a problem. Lacks stonewalling ability on first contact. Kind of all those go together. Quickly gets hip square for bull rush. Flexibility to absorb contact. Fine footing. That's recovery, which is so important for a tackle. Got to have recovery ability. Quick awareness. That's the other thing, too. Like, with Ihanator, I liked him. But there was, like, issues with just, and it's just experience, to be honest with you, right? 54 career starts. There was games where, like, you would see things get really messy for him. So, for the Lions' sake, if they want immediate starting upside, getting a guy like this probably safer than doing that. Quick movement to find off, cut off, rush path. Okay, run game. I had only a few notes here. Very good lateral quickness for zone scheme. Closes second level with urgency. Pretty fluid and climb. Skip pull agility. So immediately there, we're talking about scheme flexibility. Can be a pulling offensive lineman. Bend speed is great for angles to linebackers. So bending, weaving, that's what I think about. Kind of the looseness when you carry to second level. Some guys aren't loose. They might be fast in a straight line, but they're not loose, so they can't really redirect. Wide base on hinge positioning. Overextending beyond base is a problem. Pad level on down blocks is too high. I didn't know he was 6'6". All right, so that kind of plays out to making some sense there. Hips get square in run through drive. That's a positive because I also noted that in pass pro too. Hips get square for bull rush. leg drive lacks power you would hope for down blocks, which again is kind of a Taylor Decker thing. Now, here's the thing that you bet on is if you put him in at right tackle and that's not something that's his strength, you'd bet on Tate Ratledge to just move people around. That is something that Tate Ratledge does do. So you hope that he's going to minimize some of that concern when you do try to combo. Works to reset hands underneath for leverage. So again, grade-wise, hand usage to me slightly above average. Run blocking was okay, but pass protection, awareness, footwork, body control. And typically, like last year, I think it was when they took Tate. My concern, and this has been a concern with most guards we've taken. Mahogany, I had the concern. Tate, I had a little bit of it too, is body control. Typically, those guys have had issues with that because they tend to kind of fall over when they're trying to create movement. So this is definitely a different style because to me, I don't think his strength is the strength of his game. It's more so body control, just kind of being where he's supposed to be. And if footwork is there, awareness is there, sustainability being really strong for a guy that's not overly powerful means that his control is really good. And he does have latch strength, which is why I mentioned that. So obviously more to get into here. But for now, I mean, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense. So, yeah, should start day one. I would say that's probably the hope here is that this is going to be a guy that's going to be very capable of starting day one. And you're leaning more athlete than anything at tackle, which is fair. Because the difference between him and Max is like Max just hasn't had a lot of experience. He's had some awareness issues. He may have better athletic upside, but in terms of more power as an athlete. But overall, that makes some sense. So who did I just miss? Because 18 just went through. I'm gonna have to record this, by the way, so I might do that while we're live here. Who just went? Monroe Freeling went to the Panthers just now. Oh, okay. And then Caleb Banks. Ooh, the Vikings jumped on Caleb Banks. I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that we got to deal with that. I like Caleb Banks. And then Freeling just went off the board. So, all right. We didn't have to move, which is nice. I kind of like what the Vikings did there. You know, I mean, I kind of like the Vikings did there. So I got to record for this. So I got to do a vertical video for this. Maybe I can cut it if I just zoom out a lot. All right. Chat, stay with me. We're going to talk through this again. I should have did this already, but we're going to do it again. We'll just do it again. If you're just joining, Blake Miller's a Lion. Pick 17. Ooh, now it's bright. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. It's got to say zoomed out that way I can cut it. Cut it. Boom. All right. This should be. I don't know if I'm zoomed out far enough. Eagles selected Mekhi Lemon just now. All right. I'll go here. We'll go here. We'll see if that's wide enough. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's right though, because well, first off, I don't think that's right because every draft is different. It depends on who you're taking. You don't have to start day one necessarily. We've seen tackles come in and not start right away, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I don't think like Guyton when he came out was ready to start right away, but he's been pretty good. It just depends on the draft. I think if you force it to be something that it's not, then it doesn't work. This is a player that has the experience to start right away, so he should start right away. But you don't force it. If he's not there, he's not there. I don't think it has to be a must. But it also depends on where your roster's at. I mean, if you don't have a guy to push him, then yeah, he's going to start. But that doesn't mean he's ready to start. You know, they thought now it's coming to me. When Jonah Savanaia was drafted by the Dolphins, that guy started day one. Probably should have early round 2 pick. He shouldn't have. If they had anybody else that could play guard, dude was not starting. Okay. All right. Let's go. Thoughts on the pick. So this is going to be pre-recorded. I guess this is reaction to the pick. And then I have to do one that's who I want to see day 2. We'll do that towards the end here. Okay, let me pull up my thing for him. All right, so the Detroit Lions just selected offensive tackle Blake Miller, right tackle, offensive tackle Blake Miller, which is going to plug in well. He'll go right to right tackle for us. That's the expectation. At pick number 17, didn't have to move. The offensive tackle position, it started to have a mini run there, but then by the time we got to our pick, it settled down. We're seeing now they're getting taken off the board. Monroe Freeling just went to the Panthers, but it lands the Lions with Blake Miller, a player with 54 career starts, much more experience than a lot of these other offensive tackles. So the expectation is he's going to be more prepared. And I think that shows up based on the skill set for the grades that I have for this player, awareness-wise being in a very good spot. Didn't have that for the other tackles that would have been there at this spot. So I think that the experience does show up when you just look at the grades that I had overall for Blake Miller. And for me, it's pass protection. That's where he grades out strongest, more so than as a run blocker. But for what the Lions are trying to get here, which is, and I mean, it's replacing Taylor Decker in a lot of ways, but specifically going next to Tate Ratledge. It seemingly leaned a little bit more of the athleticism, body control, balance side here with Blake Miller, and I think that's what they got with Blake Miller. I had questions about his power. I had him slightly below average there. And as reading through this, anchor can be a little bit of an issue at times, but playing very square was noticeable. Scheme versatility is always a key for any offensive lineman the Lions tend to draft. So having zone flexibility, gap or power flexibility. For me, I have him noted as very agile as a skip pull, and the skip pull technique is what he utilizes, which is going to get him out of his stance very quickly. So that speaks to having some of that flexibility, and I have good sustained grade on him as well, which makes me think that if he has to seal blocks, even if he's not overly powerful, if he has the movement skills to get square, the looseness in his hips, and the sustainability to strain and be able to seal down blocks, that's going to open up scheme flexibility for some of those power schemes. Again, Decker wasn't much of a people mover, so you're probably going to be leaning on Tate Ratledge a little bit for that when you combination, when you go strong double teams, you're probably going to have to lean on some of that, but where you'll probably lean more for Blake is the ability to go from one to the next, climb up to the next level. So again, for me, it's going to be pass protection, and I think that's always the toughest part to find for a rookie offensive lineman is pass protection and consistency there. That's where you're probably going to be banking on, that you're going to get good pass protection immediately from this piece with good awareness, good footwork that kind of ties it all together. He's a plus athlete, one of the better athletes that would have been on the board at this spot for us. I have him as a well above average grade there, and same thing as in terms of body control as well. So just from a movement skill perspective, to me, I think he needs work in terms of hand usage, but from movement skills, for the tackles available, this was the case with all tackles, and this was kind of the way that we led up to the draft. Whoever you were going to draft at tackle, especially if you didn't move up and get one of maybe the first two or maybe even the first one, you were going to have question marks. Everybody had question marks beside them. Miller, to me, has no below average grades outside of power, but everybody was going to have their own question marks to them. Again, the benefit with Miller is you're getting immediate starting experience, plenty of it, and you expect that that's hopefully going to translate quicker and sooner rather than later. So you're going to have question marks with whoever you took, but Miller at least brings you absolutely scheme versatility from what we're seeing so far. So Miller's the pick at 17. As of now, I think it worked out pretty well. I mean, at least we were able to get our offensive tackle. Now we move on to pick 50. And at this point, I think this is where the draft really starts for the Lions here. So clearly it seemed like, they were pretty clear of who they were going after for this. And it does make some sense. The guy expectation will be that he's going to start day one for us. So now we're on to day two. We'll see where that goes. Blake Miller's a Lion. Congratulations. 6'6", 317. Looking forward to seeing it, and hopefully this is the answer as we move forward. Hey, look, Taylor Decker was taken in a similar spot. Frank Ragnow was taken in a similar spot when we got both those guys, and those dudes were dogs. So hopefully Blake Miller is the next guy that adds himself to that list, and we're going to be pretty good to go as we move forward here. But I think I like this the most because he's next to Tate. I think that's what excites me the most about this draft pick. So welcome to the squad, Blake Miller. Now we're on to pick 21. The pick is in for the Steelers here. By the time we get to the end of this, we'll talk about day two because I'll do a little short for that. We have a little short video we have to do for that. Just to kind of talk about what we would want, I guess, at pick 52. So we'll have that in a second, or when we get towards the end here. Let's see what the Steelers do with this pick. I don't expect that we're going to trade back up. I'd be pretty shocked if we try to get back up in this draft. I don't think that's going to happen. But who knows? I mean, I guess you never know with Brad. It is kind of nice that we didn't have to give up picks if this is who they wanted all along. Kyle Lemon to Philly. Was that a trade up? I don't think that was a trade up. I don't think it was. And here's the thing, too. Like, we said it when Decker left. It was like you could upgrade over Decker. I don't know that this can be an upgrade over Decker right away, but maybe you feel most comfortable that he's going to close that gap mostly versus the other offensive tackles right away. Like, you could feel maybe most confident that's what's going to end up happening, is that he's going to immediately be able to bring you a lot of what Decker brought to the table for you. And then, hopefully there's more that kicks up beyond that as we continue to move forward here. Let me turn this off. Man, it's too bright, man. These lights are hot, too. These lights are very hot. Could have traded back. I just don't think anybody's going to trade up. I just don't think I just don't know who to trade up. I mean, was there a trade up here with Philly? Green Bay to Philly? Or no, Green Bay via Dallas. Was this a trade? I don't know. The only thing too is, but here's the only concern, because we say that, but 19 Monroe Freeling went. So if you move back and you wanted Miller, like just from how the Lions typically draft, like I say, there's usually seemingly a very strong conviction with who they draft, which is why they do trade up and they make aggressive moves, because they don't seem to look at it as a bucket of players. They are very convicted on which guy they really like, so they just go get them. And I just think that's different than me most of the time. Like we don't have that same conviction because we don't put the time in that they do to these guys individually to separate them as well as they can. They are going to separate these dudes. My man Max with 21. Okay, that actually makes me feel pretty good. That makes me feel pretty good that Maxi Hanachor went 21. I kind of love that. I kind of love that, man. I'm I'm kind of happy, man. I'm glad that he went, bro. I'm not crazy for thinking the Hanachor was worth it. Oh, I kind of love that. But bro, hey, now the tackles are gone. I mean, they're not gone. I mean, they're fired up. You got Tiernan. To me, you have Lomu. These guys are getting bumped. Woo! Hey, you had to get on it. You had to get on it. That's all right. I mean, legit. I don't know. I don't really watch media stuff anymore. Who cares? Like, but again, that's the thing too. Is like they're not going to separate people either. They're just looking at player and play. Like, again, the Lions, we know based on their history, they're going to have conviction in the player, so they're going to be able to separate. They're going to be able to separate players from each other. You know what I mean? And they're not looking at it as, well, we could just take a tackle because they're all kind of similar. We just need a tackle. They're going to say, we need that tackle. We need that experience. We need that tackle. That's the guy that we want. So we're not playing around with it. And that it makes it tricky because if you're not willing to just kind of take anybody as a fan, you kind of get like, oh no. But it also is why I think they do well, because they just take the dude that they really like. So I think in this case, that's why there probably wasn't movement. Now we'll just see. Now we'll just have to wait and see if they got the right one. But I do like to see that Max went. Hey, I like that. Come on, man. Well done, Pittsburgh. All right. I thought they were gonna make me look crazy, and this dude would go like round 3. I'll be out here looking nuts. Now Tiernan's got to go soon though, because if Tiernan goes Tiernan might go round 3. He just needs to be a dog, because sometimes that happens. You know, sometimes those guys do go. All right. I think B minus. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at that spot, it was going to be tackle, or I mean, it had to be a tackle there. I don't know where else you'd win outside of Rodriguez, but Rodriguez might just fall anyways. So I think it had to be a tackle. So from that alone, I don't think they could mess up as long as they went tackle for me. So I'm cool with that. The tackle that they went, like I said, I would have probably leaned Freeling based on my rankings, but there wasn't much of a gap for me. I'm cool with it. Like, I don't have any, big issue with it, to be honest with you. They went tackle, which is right. I think the only thing they could have done is just messed that up by not going tackle, to be honest. That would have been an issue, I think. I'm just glad it worked out. Same old, really good. I think so, man. I think so. I think this is going to be good. Okay. If it was like glaring to me, it's not though. Like there were just for me there wasn't a huge separation. It was almost like just it was like when you're like picking like a dude for like Super Smash Bros or something. And it's like, hey man, choose your character. Like bro, that's what it felt like. Like you can make it work with all these dudes, but all of them are a little different. So depending on the mode, the what you're feeling, like you gotta and Freeling probably is better than run game, but for where the Lions are at, they need pass, bro. They do need pass, bro. And Freeling to me wasn't a slam dunk. I mean, you can see my grades. If we put them side by side, Blake Miller might have higher grades individually. For me, at least. I mean, everybody's different. Um, if I put Freeling next to him, and I just look at some of the trait grades I had, like let's just compare real quick. We can do that. So run blocking to me, barely I have Freeling better. Pass blocking, barely I have Miller better. So those two kind of equal out. Footwork to me, I have a huge advantage for Miller. Awareness, advantage Miller. Hand usage, slight advantage for Freeling. Power, big advantage Freeling. Sustainability, advantage Blake Miller. Reactive athleticism, advantage Blake Miller. Anchor and play strength, advantage Freeling. Pretty aggressively there. Body control, advantage Blake Miller. Pretty aggressively there too. So sustainability, aggressive Miller, advantage Miller. Awareness, advantage Miller. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it was just kind of pick your guy. Do you know Miller's RAS? I don't. I don't know at the top of my head. Everybody's saying it's really high though. I don't usually look at those. I don't tend to care too much. He's a good athlete. I don't tend to care too much. Mesidor just went to the Chargers here. All right, let's do that. Not Super Mario Bros. Hey, but it made sense though. You know what I mean? You could do Donkey Kong. You could have Mario. You could have Link. You could do work with all of those dudes. Link with the sword. Donkey Kong throwing barrels or something. Mario, obviously, shoot. I mean, he's gonna do work. You got fireballs and stuff. But all of them can cook. It's just which one are you trying to cook with? That's the vibe I had this year. I legitimately, I didn't know how to separate those dudes, man. And there was like 6 of them like there. They are pumped. Steelers fans are going crazy. Hold up. I gotta update this thing. Okay, Steelers fans going crazy for Hana Chor. Who just went? Mesidor went. I'll tell you what, I'm happy we didn't go a different position. Because outside of Rodriguez, I would have probably just been upset. Like if we would have just, I would have been upset. I'm glad we didn't take Mesidor. I'm not a Mesidor guy, so I'm glad we didn't do that. Yeah. I think any other position probably would have just been a little upset. Like, I don't know why we did that. Lemon went. I wouldn't have wanted Lemon either. So I'm glad we didn't do that. Disgusted by the Max pick as a Steelers fan. Stop it. That's disrespectful to me. That's disrespectful to me, you saying that. You know, it's not our guy, so I don't need to defend him anymore. But, you know, take a call from a vendor from Sri Lanka. Is that a real place? All right, I'll see you. I didn't know that was a real place. I've heard it before, though. It was probably a pick that we didn't like it's going to work out. And it will work out, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, how do you not believe that it's going to work out? It's what they do. They've earned that. I was bummed about Blake. He's going to be Sewell 2.0. Shoot. Hopefully he's Decker 2.0. I don't think he's going to be Sewell. I won't go that far. I do believe that they're going to hit on this. I won't go Sewell, though. Sewell's a freak, bro. I don't know if there's ever going to be another Sewell. Sewell's a freak. Got to pick up Cam Jordan now? No, bro. Guy, Cam Jordan's not good. I'm going to be honest with you. Cam Jordan's not good. But Mesidor, like, all right, here's one. I will stand on this. Mesidor was not it. And now, I'm alone. Like, in my opinion, Mesidor was not it. I have T.J. Parker above him, R. Mason Thomas, Caleb Jackus, Zion Young, Keldrick Falk, Cassius Howell above him. I'm not a Mesidor guy, dude. It's not even an age thing. Honestly, I just don't think he popped this year. If that dude was 22, I don't think he popped this year. Not like that. All right. Why'd you type in all caps? Turn your caps lock off, Swag King. Always better than Freeling the things Lions needed. All right. I ain't mad at you. The dude is not a good player, Dose. Raw as heck, feet slow, hands not good. Who you talking about? Max? Stop it. What'd you say? You said Feet too slow. Feet are not too slow. Feet are not too. You know what? I'm glad you got him then. The truth. I'm glad you have to deal with him then. I'm glad you have to deal with him then. Uh, okay. What was I gonna? So this is. Oh no, these are two different things. I can save this one. Or do I need to post this? I don't know. I don't know honestly. Yeah, Tesla was a freak though. All right, let me make sure I get this. Chat, I'm gonna get a drink, man. I'll be right back. Cowboys pick us in. I'll be right back. All right, the Cowboys are crazy. It just took Malachi Lawrence. Okay, a lot of love for Lawrence. I had Lawrence below Mesidor. We're not on the same page with this one. All right, who's on the clock now? Cleveland again. Just went tackle. All right, let's get these beats going again too. We haven't had the beats on in a minute. We gotta figure that out. Cool. Cool. What are you doing? All right, let me get my board. Okay. Beats kind of hard. So we just had who just went? Tiernan's no, Freeling's gone. Zador, Sadiq. Went. Honestly, that might be my favorite pick. Is the Banks pick, which is kind of sad. I love that. Why am I so zoomed in here? Okay. All right. Here we go. How far will that hurt corner fall? I mean, if it's like Will Johnson, it was round 2, and Will was great last year. So, I don't know, man. This could be receiver. Yep. Okay. KC Concepcion. All right. Concepcion is gone. That makes some sense. Needed a receiver there. Yeah, I don't know. They would have been a trade. I can get him. Okay. All right. Bears are on the clock. Bears are letting that clock run too. So I don't know. I would assume the Bears are going to pick. Yeah, linebacker's in a great spot for pick 50 so far. We just got 25 more of these to get through. Start counting the numbers. The edge rushers going. I think the guys that have went kind of understandable, but I think it's in an okay spot right now. Could be in a good spot for that. Seeing Banks go kind of hurts. I feel like that was a little bit early. I don't know, man. Ooh, Chicago. What's Chicago doing? What do we mock to Chicago? I don't know. Who needs? I think we put McNeil Warren to Chicago. It can make some sense here. Appreciate you, Leaf. Stuff in the background is getting messy. I'm gonna throw the stuff back on the screen too. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to what we have here. I mean, they could go D line too. They need help there. Edge rushers possible. Cornerback. They lost Wright this offseason. Bears got some options. Bears got some options here. I don't know. Did it just spoil the pick for me? Oh no, the Texans just traded up. Texans traded up to 26. They moved up 2 spots. All right, so the Texans moved up 2 spots to 26 to get in front of the San Francisco 49ers, who probably would have went offensive lineman, which tells me that they're probably taking a lineman, and it's probably Caleb Lomu. That's my guess. Chicago put their pick in. I would think they're taking Lomu, unless they're going defensive tackle, which is possible too, because they could be flipping with Buffalo, who could have took a tackle. I think the Niners could use a tackle too, a defensive tackle. Probably. This feels like it's got to be offensive tackle. Yeah, these dudes are not going to survive, man. See what the Bears talking about. I gotta believe it's defense. I think safety's still pretty heavy though. I think they go safety here. I'm gonna say they go McNeil Warren. I think they're gonna get their Brisker replacement. '49ers are attempting to trade pick number 27. They're trying to trade it? What in the world? So Lomu must. I think it had to be Lomu then. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I like that for the Bears, to be honest. They've been banged up at safety. I think they let Byard go this offseason, too. I think that's pretty good. That dude is rangy, fast, athletic. Tiedemann was kind of a problem, dude. No, like be honest, that dude was kind of a problem, and like athletically, dude, it's crazy. That dude popped. I remember he's one of those dudes too. I remember the first time watching him, like, yo, what in the world? The Dolphins are on the clock. Okay, wait. So the Bills traded up, and then the Dolphins traded up. The Bills took. Wait, who did the Dolphins take? Dolphins took Proctor. So the Dolphins took Proctor, and the Bills just traded up. Or not the Bills. The Texans just traded up. So I think Texans are going tackle. The Dolphins traded up behind that. They already got their lineman, but that means they're jumping in front of Buffalo. Buffalo could use a receiver. I think we're gonna get Lomu, and then I think we're gonna get Omar Cooper. That's my guess, man. I think that's how this is about to shake out. They went right in front of Buffalo. That's sneaky. That's sneaky, Miami. Now Miami had a lot of second round picks, so they were able to do this. I think they had like 3 third-round picks. I think that's what it was. Ooh, they're kind of slick for that. I kind of messed with that a little bit. Okay, okay, I see you, Miami. That's kind of slick if that's what they pulled off. I'm curious. Whoa. Yeah, Dolphins traded up to San Francisco's number 27, and they got pick 90. So they had 3 picks like bunched up together. So they just gave up one of those. Okay, chat. That's kind of sneaky, man. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got to get to this Houston pick first. All right, let's update these. So we got who just went. We got Thienemann's off. I think Cooper Jr. is coming. Okay. Okay. Dude, the tackle run is crazy. Their betting odds are kind of nuts though too. I think they said like 9 guys could go offensive line, and Vega would add another one. It's like 7. Sure, you have heard it 1,000 times, but what do you think of the pick? Um, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm not like overly pumped because I expected it to be a tackle, but it's very understandable. I think it's right down the line. It feels like hitting a double. That's what it feels like they did. It's like that just let's just and I always say this. I always say this, but for some reason I always overlook it. Every time typically when they draft somebody, and I look back if I had a report on them, it's always a really smart grade is what the player has. In this case, awareness, really good grade for me. So, kind of just makes sense. They always come back that way. Sometimes other things change. How big are they? That kind of thing. But very smart all the time is usually what comes back as like, oh, that was a part of his game. Same thing for Blake Miller. No questions about that. He's going to be able to play right away. So, from a football intelligence perspective, based on what I have on him, he's going to be good to go right away. So, for that reason, um, I'm with it. I should always take that into account. You should always, but that's always where I have like the highest stuff for guys at the Lions draft. So I think it makes sense. It's definitely going to help for pass pro. I think immediately, which we need. That's the key, and I think he's scheme versatile, which is also priority for linemen we get. Ooh, shoot! They took Rutledge. Wow, dude, linemen are flying. Wow, dude. I mean, he is nasty. There's no doubt he's nasty. I guess if you need guard, like this is just a Texan, bro. Power scheme downhill, just push guys around. He is mean, bro. He is nasty. It's kind of crazy, but I kind of get it too. Like I wouldn't have taken him that high for the opposite reason because I don't love his pass, bro. I kind of get it. Kind of get it. We're definitely seeing that lineman. We're not gonna last. Oh my gosh. I don't think Rutledge is great in pass pro anyway, though. That's just the weird part. But you know, That's a Texan scheme fit. So now the Dolphins moved up. I think that's just getting in front of Buffalo. It's got to be a receiver. Unless they go defensive tackle like McDonald, try to put him with Kenneth Grant. They go straight trenches. Proctor and a guy like McDonald will be kind of tough. I would kind of rock with that. You got two bullies that you're walking out of here with. That's kind of tough. Okay, okay. So taking him above Pregnon, that's probably scheme dependent. I think for me, Pregnon a little more athletically driven. Bisantis is a weird one because even though he's kind of a mauler, Santos did have some ugly in pass pro, and I don't think he's the mauler that Rutledge is. Heck's the center, Slaughter's the center, so he's kind of like the third guard I have on here. I kind of get it too. I kind of get it. Did I miss any of these? Defensive tackle, those dudes are dropping. Cornerback though, nobody. We haven't had another cornerback, have we? I almost feel like I had to have missed a cornerback one. So yeah, I'm gonna post my initial reaction to it. Actually, I didn't post the full initial reaction. I probably should have, where I just read through it all. I'll post the short reaction I had to it that had that has the overlay of what I was reading initially. We'll do something beyond to react to it tonight. I'm gonna record a what I want to see for day 2. I have to record that, so I'm gonna record that options for day 2, and yeah, we'll do that. But we're almost done with the first round. It feels like this is happening a lot faster. I don't know that it is, but it feels very fast this year. 2? Is there another corner that went? Kai Lemon, Malachi Lawrence, KC Concepcion. Oh, I didn't update that. I did not update that. NFL Network. I'm watching NFL Network too. I do like NFL Network's better than by a mile better than ESPN. I think ESPN is terrible. When's our second pick? 50. Pick 50. So, kind of just like it was today in the second round. Maybe it'll go maybe a little bit quicker. Maybe. It's kind of wild they took Rutledge though. Interesting. All right, let's see what Miami's talking about. I'm gonna say it just has to be a receiver here. Um, I would take Boston. Well, no, I would take Cooper actually. I would take Cooper before I took Boston. So I think it's gonna be Cooper here, and then the Bills will have to make a decision. I think this would be good for the Dolphins though. Pull this off with Proctor. Yeah, Miller will go right tackle. Sewell will go to left. Let's see what we're talking about here. Miami. Mm. Interesting. I mean, they needed a cornerback, so I guess not a surprise that they went that position. I wasn't that high on Chris Johnson. But to be fair, it's San Diego State film, which is a little bit goofy to kind of watch anyway. And I get the position. I do. This is true. Sewell is basically replacing him. Uh, I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't know about this one. Here's Johnson. I mean, it's really to me. My grades weren't that high for Chris Johnson. But physical, mentally tough, strong, good run support. A lot of it was run defensive grades. I guess for Miami, it's true they're trying to get more physical. If you're based on, I don't know why I did that. Based on what we're seeing here, like that's clearly the key for them. No, boom. It's my Chris Johnson right up here. You can see it. Play speed, ball skills are in a good spot. Good in zone, which is kind of a staple. How big is he? It's kind of a staple of a Green Bay defense. I don't know how big he is though. Well, intelligence was a knock. Mentally tough. It's just high for me. I wouldn't take him that high. All right. Here's Miami. Chris Johnson. What did I write about him? Touch tall and press pedal. Feet quickly connected. Top of route stickiness is limited due to upright posture. So I liked him in off man. Gives up extra ground. Gets over skis vertically. Zone well. Awareness is inconsistent. That's not great. Early off man position. Collects flow recovery. Fluid, reliable. See that's a Green Bay thing. Active feet. Fluid, well timed, stays active. Like those dudes would always be so good in that in off coverage against us. And run support. So, okay, Lomu's out of here. 9, right? Oh, yeah, 9. This is my Caleb Lomu. And you can see like all these grades, bro. They're all kind of in the same boat. Everybody's got just different things. Yeah, I mean we don't care about no dang CBS Sports. Plus, it's not probably CBS Sports. It's probably one guy that gave him a C. You know what I mean? It's just one dude. It's like I didn't love it, which that's fair, dude. That's all right. But whoever that one guy was just wasn't feeling it. See, I liked Lomu, because he felt like a high floor guy to me. That's what Lomu felt like. Loose knee bend, strong latch, flexibility, gives inside support, patience. He wasn't dominant though. Inside recovery speed gives an edge. Anchor can be a little bit upright, gets complacent, looking for a latch. So that's going to hurt his sustainability. Run game, drive base will get a little thin. Late reactive foot quickness. Needs to avoid feet catching in the mud. Lacks some looseness to maintain strain. Yeah, not the dog, right? Like, not the dog for Lomu. CBS did trash 2012's 2012. 2012. Yeah, that's too many 20s. That's a lot of 20s in there. Kansas City's pick is in. As we go to commercial. So let's pull that up. Not that. Let's pull the board back up here. So Lomu's out. So Tiernan's still there. That'd be my top tackle. Dude, literally all I have left for my top 10 we did was Tiernan, Crownover, Bowery, and Bell. If we didn't get a tackle today, we were cooked. We were cooked. There is nobody left. Interior lineman, Pregnon's still there, Bisantis. And then you're going in the centers. You were cooked, bro, if you didn't get a lineman. You had to get one. You had to do it. Receiver's still in a pretty good spot. Cooper Jr. and Boston still there. Safety's not in a bad spot. Next up for me would be Stukes. Stukes could go here. McNeil Warren. Linebacker's in a good spot. Dude, Josiah Trotter. Josiah Trotter with who's the linebacker that's already there for Kansas City? With Nick Bolton? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I don't know if they need it or not. It'd be crazy though. Interior D line, that'd be pretty good. I think if I'm Kansas City here, I'm thinking cornerback, right? Because they didn't. Oh no, they went to lane. Kansas City could go weapon. Kansas City's probably gonna go weapon. I would think weapon or yeah, it's probably gonna be weapon. It's probably gonna be Cooper. I'm gonna just keep riding that. It's gonna be Cooper. I'm gonna keep riding. At some point, the dude's got to go. So I'll keep riding that belief. He also does a lot of work after the catch, which would be good for them. They could use that. Who do I have on the screen here? Let me update this. So we got 3 picks left. We got Kansas City. Let's see if we can guess some of these. Kansas City, I'm gonna go Cooper. San Francisco kept moving back. They moved back to 30. I don't know if there's a lineman they'll take. I guess defensive back maybe. Buffalo. Buffalo could grab a receiver. And then Seattle might go running back. I don't know. Let's find out. Here we go. Chiefs pick. I like that. That dude was trying to be slick, bro. He was trying to be slick. Now he's crying. Now he's crying. This is the Chris Jones replacement eventually. It's also, I mean, I guess just the other way to go. That's not a edge rusher. Woods is a dog though. I'll be honest, man. You know what's kind of cool about this is like the 2 dudes or 2 guys, that had buzz real early on. They were gonna go, and then all of a sudden, you get close to like, these guys, these second round guys. These guys both went first round. Maybe a little bit further down, but they both went first round. Peter Woods probably should go first round, right? Like as long as you have a team that's okay with the fact that he might get pushed around a little bit. But Bangs to me, absolute first rounder. Vikings, big W there. Good for Peter Woods, man. Now his boy Parker needs to go. Now that needs to happen. But yeah, he's in a good spot for me. See what I had on. Let me see what I had wrote down for Peter Woods. First step explosion is a 7. Yeah, that guy's gonna be a problem. Play strength is good. Pass rush is very good. Shed ability is great. Agility's great. Body control's great. Yeah, like bro, that's a first round pick, dude. And it's just like the fact that he gets pushed around a little bit for like double teams and stuff. Maybe you play him a little wider, but Chris Jones, like, you kind of did that to him anyways. Played up and down the line of scrimmage. Quickness, get off, attacks behind the line, put it at the 0. Yeah. Fires out of a stance. Stack and shed quickness. Ton of power through the hips. Dang, that's a hey. Chiefs doing some work, man. I gotta be honest. I think Chiefs are doing some work here. Chiefs are putting some work in with these draft picks. Peter Woods. Pick is in for the Jets. Wait, how did the Jets get back on the clock? Is this the Jets' third pick? Yeah, did the Jets trade up? I had Simpson to LA. I didn't have anything else right. I had Simpson to LA on my first one. Oh, they did. Okay, yeah, they only gave up pick 179 to move up 3 spots. Yo. Ooh, that's a W. That's a W. So the Jets got David Bailey, Kenyon Sadiq, which I don't love, but then they got Cooper Jr. You know what this feels like? And I hope for their sake it works out better than this, because when they did this last time, it looked great, and then it didn't work, and that's when they traded back up. I think they got Jermaine Johnson at the end of the first, and it was like, yo, how in the world did you get him there? Uh, I kind of get the same vibes here, dude, with Omar Cooper. Like, that's pretty awesome to get Omar Cooper Jr. on top of already having taken Sadiq, that you were able to make it work out like that. The Indiana receiver. I wrote down stout through contact, uses his hands well, strong lateral agility, strong snapping routes, stride out and attack zones, plus footwork, impressive outbreaking route bend, catch radius is smooth away from his body. He's a finisher with the ball, slipperiness with the ball. I know that he's legit with the ball in his hands. I know that to be true. He's very good with the ball in his hands. So, Omar Cooper could be like a short to intermediate threat for them with Garrett Wilson. I think that's kind of nasty. You just don't know with the Jets, man. They got to get the quarterback, but I don't know. I think that's kind of nasty. I see all doubt. Oh, you're doing some work now. Okay. Okay, okay. Where we at? Where we at now? We got the Bills on the clock. So it wasn't the Dolphins. The Jets moved in front of the Bills to go get their receiver. Dang, I feel like, hey, are the Bills playing chess though? Like, did they plan for this? Because the Bills been playing with fire, just keep moving down. If they like Boston, it's a huge W for the Bills. What are the Bills' needs? Is it outside of receiver, defensive tackle? If they're going defensive tackle, they did their thing. If they were gonna go deep tackle, I think they did their thing, because I just lied. They just traded. They just keep moving. The Titans just traded in. So the Titans just traded in to 31. And the Titans already took Carnell Tate. Okay. They're gonna want defense. You know what, man? I think I would take I think this is gonna be linebacker. But why are they jumping Seattle to take a linebacker? Could they be taking running back? Because immediately I'm thinking Rodriguez or Trotter here. That's what I would trade up for. But Price is on the board, and they're getting in front of Seattle, who thought that they could take a running back. I I would move up for Rodriguez. But if there's only one real back still there, and you're worried that Seattle might take him, Jadarian Price is probably the pick. I'm gonna say it's Price. I think it's Price or Rodriguez here. I'm gonna go Price. A lot of trades though. My goodness, this thing got active at the end. Let's let's find out who the Niners get. Niners traded. Niners didn't pick anybody. Hey, are we gonna trade up? Like, yo, is it? I mean, there's cornerback options too because nobody's really came off the board there, and you're getting in front of Seattle. You know what? I'm gonna take back what I said. I think we get Jermod McCoy. That's my guess. Jermod McCoy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bro, who are you holding that sign up to? So they got in front of Seattle to get a pass rusher. All right. Okay. One pick left, man. While that's happening, I'm gonna start putting up the board for tomorrow. Again, I'm gonna update this again tomorrow. But what we're looking at, this is what we're looking at for tomorrow. Um, make sure it's all updated. Safety's in a good spot. Really, that didn't go anywhere. Linebacker's in a great spot because nobody's been taken. So that's going to work out well. Edge is solid. You know, we still got TJ Parker's going to be available, or Mason Thomas, Jackus, Young. Uh, I have Young going to us. We'll see if that happens. Tight ends, just the one, understandably. Defensive line, not bad. You got Caden McDonald's on the board still. Christian Miller's still on the board. I don't think it's great. The interior defensive line is not strong this year. Like, it's not that top heavy. But you got some dudes there. An interior offensive line. If there was a world in which the Lions wanted to double dip, the board could play out like that, where they could double dip with a guard. They could. They could get aggressive. Cornerback is crazy. Cornerback's just untouched. I mean, unless Seattle does it right now, cornerback is completely untouched, basically. I mean, maybe that's beneficial for us. I don't know that we're actually in that market, but it could help. If we had the 33rd pick, that's a good question. If we had 33, I'd ah, dude, honestly, bro, I'd be hyped if we had 33. I mean, to me, the fact that you could take Stukes, one of your top linebackers, Tiernan, who I could put at guard, cornerback would be tempting, but I probably wouldn't do that. If I was, if it was me, I would take Parker, Stukes, or Rodriguez. It'd be between those three. I'd probably take. I think I'd take Parker. I think I'd take Parker just because of where I think Dion's going to be end up. I'd probably take Parker. Yeah, but I would love Stukes as a Lion. I think he'd be fantastic. I'd probably take Parker though. I feel pretty good about that. All right, we got one more. I don't think they're trading, but there's nothing on the screen. So maybe they are. I don't know. You moving down for more picks? There you go. I feel like you cheated the question there. The truth. You think they got rookie at cornerback again? Do I think they'll get a rookie at cornerback? Is that what you're saying? Like, do I think I'll draft? I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna take one that high. Honestly, Stukes is almost not a rookie with how much he's played. Or, I guess, how old he is. I don't want to say how much time he's played. Why are they milking this last pick? What are we doing? My eyes like glitching. I need them to hurry this up. Pick is in for Seattle. Go with the rookie cornerback. Oh, for us? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna have to. Well, hopefully we don't have to. I hope we don't have to. So Seattle, they jumped in front of them for a lineman. I'm gonna. What does Seattle need? I want to get one of these right. What does Seattle need? Seahawks depth chart. Let's see. Seahawks have Leonard Williams, Byron Young. Yeah, they could go DN to get younger there if they wanted. Guard, they have Gray Zabel and Bradford. They could go get a guard. Bisantis would go right to right guard for them. I'm gonna say they go Bisantis here. Yeah, that just feels like a Seattle thing. They're gonna take Bisantis. I think I'm gonna end up getting that pick right. That's what I'm feeling. Could be the running back though. I don't. It's where the buzz has been. But I think they'll go Bisantis. I think that's how it's gonna go. All right, last pick of day one. Then we're off to tomorrow. Let's see what it's looking like. What? Yeah, they're talking about price going here. Could they take Christian? No, they got too many D tackles. I love that. That's dope. That's dope. All right, besides is going here. Come on. Oh snap. Hey, yeah, bro, destroying the mic, dude. That dude. Oh, they did take the running back. Okay. Okay. Pretty straightforward there. All right. So, hey, out of our mock, we got two right. Woo! We got the last one. Okay. All right. I don't even know where that went, to be honest with you. I may have deleted it. Ah, I guess it just didn't save. Okay, I don't know where it went. All right. So that's what the board's looking like for day two, man. Cornerback's pretty deep. D line still in a good spot. I think the edge rushers that were supposed to go went mostly, but there's a couple dudes there that hanging. I think a little deeper than thought. Linebackers in a good spot. Safety's in a good spot. I feel pretty good about where we're at going into tomorrow, and I'm glad we got our tackle because man, if we would have like played some games, like let's just wait, we wouldn't have got our tackle. Straight up, if we didn't did our tackle day, we just wouldn't have got one. So, I'm glad we got ours. I'm glad we got ours there. What was the kid? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Um. Anyway, we're gonna end it here. We will be back. I gotta do. So I gotta do a. I gotta do a video for who I want him to take tomorrow. So I'm gonna post. I might post it over here too as like a short, but I'm gonna post it over on Bleacher Report. So if you want to see that, check it out. Maybe within 30 minutes to an hour, that video will hopefully go up. They may post it tomorrow morning, but I gotta make that turnaround happen tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be back. Plan is to do some sort of live stream again before the draft starts, where we kind of update the board, refresh it, add some names to it, and then obviously we'll be back to react to it at night. So day one's in the books, man. And once this is all said and done, we'll go back and we kind of do the breakdowns on every player as usual through the summer. But for now, Lions get Blake Miller. I feel like this draft kind of played out as crazy as it was coming in. It kind of played out chalk tonight, which is pretty darn good, and I'm cool with that. So I'm ending it here, man. Appreciate y'all for hanging out for the entire first round, and I'll see you guys for round 2 tomorrow. Stay tuned. Follow me on Bleacher Report if you don't, because you're gonna miss video uploads over there, and specifically who I guess I'm targeting for tomorrow. So don't miss that. Follow me over there so you don't miss it, man. Have a great night. I'll see y'all soon. We out.